quince.com/golden. Hey guys, Quince, listen, I want to talk to you about Quince, and the thing about Quince is sometimes it's hard to like mix a wardrobe together and get good stuff to have like an amalgamation of great outfits, which makes style, right? And you don't want your style to suffer. So a thoughtfully built wardrobe comes down to that, like pieces that mix well and last also, by the way. And that's where Quince shines.
Quince has the everyday essentials I love with quality that lasts. Lightweight cashmere sweaters, short sleeve Mongolian cashmere polos, linen bottoms and shorts, tees 100%, Pima cotton and European jersey lining.
Quince works directly with top factories and cuts out the middleman. You're not paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing. So the cashmere is cashmere. It's the same. I mean, it's the same stuff luxury brands use. So you can laugh if you want to, but it's true. The Pima cotton is a long staple, which means it stays soft and doesn't pill.
Yeah, I love the shorts and the polos are just, they're my go-to.
Yeah, you look good in a polo, you know, you're handsome. You want to look handsome? You want to look nice? You want to look pretty? Quince. Call to action. Here we go. Okay. Right now, go to quince.com/golden for free shipping and 365 returns. That's full year. That's one full year to build what you will. Now available in Canada too. So don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/golden for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/golden.
Well, I'm having an issue with something more flags. You know, so he loves dinosaurs right now. He loves them.
Yeah.
So then, like, we watched it. Yeah, I told you about that Dino Movie.
I told you, we watched that.
No, but what I'm saying is there's another one where they come out and fight.
Okay. I've probably seen that one too.
I don't think it's heroes.
No, they're not.
Yeah, well,
yeah, but he did.
But now he did. And he's like, so now he has his two dinosaur toys, and he's, you know, he puts one on the ground, and he gets the other one, and just chomps on the other one's neck, and he just goes, you know, and I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? I don't think you understand. But when we're coming home from Palm Springs, I don't know if you know this, they got like a dinosaur park there. It's like a thing, you know?
Yeah, I think
so. You're like, I told you guys, he calls it Daddy Roars. So now he sees it, and it's like, he's like, that's not bad, Daddy Roars. You know what I mean? He's a little scared at first. He's like, oh, I can't hold this in my hand.
Yeah.
But
so
but he like loves watching that stuff.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to find something for him.
we had the first time. I think maybe only once, but I brought Calvin to. I think it was Little Rock because I had a gig in Little Rock, a gig in Billy wasn't born, and so I flew to Little Rock with him. I think it was Little Rock. We went there, and it was doesn't matter. Anyway, we went to the hotel room, and we just like were in the same bed. And we went to bed and woke up and went to Nashville. Bro, it was. We didn't even do anything. But you know,
so priceless, Bubba.
What's that?
It's priceless.
Yeah.
It's priceless. It's priceless. Like we were driving back in teas, they lost the game. His dad, what? His dad, you like disappointed. Just so you know, this is I've had it years, dude. Years, man. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's what you said that.
But also swing the ball, swing it too fast. Yeah, that's right. But also,
but it's just the other at that level though. It's just like when you're grabbing the best teams around, you start to see like, oh wow, this is you know. But
it's just levels. These kids been playing since he did already. He struggled. The whole team. It's literally the top 25 teams in the nation. So, Mickey kid, we'll pretend he's 10.
Right.
And they spoke Spanish and he's pitching 67 miles an hour.
Yeah.
At 10.
And he's like, how do I play baseball?
So it's like,
just play baseball.
Yeah. So I told T, I'm like, buddy. I told T, I go, buddy, I don't need you to be the best.
Yeah.
Like, there ain't nobody getting a scholarship to the University of Texas after this At 10,
Right.
I don't care. Now at 16, 17, you're good. All right, we're gonna have to figure it out. At 10, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. We'll see what's up in 6 years.
Yeah, that's I mean,
The thing is, do he care?
yeah, no, it sounds like he didn't.
He cares. Oh yeah.
Oh, but you said he.
He don't get me wrong. Like I thought, if he loses in something, he's like it'll ruin his night. So I think by him seeing that I was good, he was like, all right, maybe it's not the end of the world, you know.
But you still, you know what though? You still want him to have a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Well, anybody who's great has that.
Yeah. So that's good. That's why I was wondering how he was feeling. So
Yeah.
so truncate this.
All right, I'll truncate it. If you want the longer, I mean, I'm talking about the whole episode. Was me telling the story.
Yeah, it was the cliff notes, but it better be as fun as Eric's story.
Nice. No, I already have my fun with it, but
Don't look gonna be out.
I'll try to do it in two version. Okay. Well, I will. So I get it's the night before I leave. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep for the past 2 to 3 nights. So I'm not good like that, bro. Yeah.
Why?
4 hours of sleep a night. I'm basically.
Yeah, do one night, but he needs.
I can do one night, and that's not a big deal. Talk to me if I've had 2 nights.
Wait, is this you got 4 nights of sleep in Australia?
In Australia, I was sleeping 9 hours a night, and the last 2 nights before I left, I only got 4 hours because I was traveling around and stuff.
Right. Oh, gotcha.
So this was the 3rd night. Now I had no sleep, and I knew I was going to have no sleep because I had an early flight the next day to America. So,
Been there, brother.
Yeah.
Been there.
not the end of the world, but I'm tired, right?
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. So I'm like, I just want to get home and see my kids. So I'm like, you know what? When I get back from the show from Sydney, I'm just gonna crash out and go sleep. But then I'm like, no, dude. What I'm gonna do is room service. So I go to the room service, and I'm gonna do the truncate version. The menu on the TV, you know, it says call downstairs. It's already annoying. Right, but I'm thinking for myself, right? I go, I'm thinking for myself, and I probably don't have to call down. It's probably on the thing. I'm going to do all the extra steps that they want me to do.
Right.
Before I even, So look it up. Sure enough, there's a QR code. So I go, there we go. I'm looking at the menu. It says call downstairs. So nobody picks it. Okay, I call downstairs. So that's okay. Maybe there is a cooking or something. So I go,
Nice hotel, Chris? Is it a nice hotel?
oh, real nice.
I don't know why the cook is answering the phone. I get it.
Yeah, I know. I don't either, but I'm giving them the benefit of the deserve.
Yeah.
They're human beings. I call again, no answer. I call again, no answer. I call again, no answer. What the fuck? So now I go downstairs.
Wait. You didn't call the front desk.
Oh, wow.
No, I called all the desks.
And nobody was answering.
I called
No one answered.
All the desks.
Wait, what time is this at? What time is this
And I
at?
said, hey, get them available.
Chris, what time is this at, though? What time?
11.
A little late.
No, a little late. Yeah, a little late.
The hotel had to get
I'm on their side
They
now.
have 24-hour room service, and I walked by the lobby and saw 2 guys at the desk. So now I'm the third, huh? Can't get your tongue, Brandon.
No, I'm still on their side. It's late for a meal. It's late for a
Which
meal.
means, so they should be available. Nobody's checking.
Yeah, they're fucking around. Nobody bothers them at 11, so they're like working around, like sucking each other off in the back.
Okay, so you go to the front desk.
So I get down to the front desk. Hey, dude, what the fuck? They're both there still. So I walk up to this dude and I say, hey, I try to call it down. It says on the thing, I did the QR. I thought for myself, and I did all this. But he's picking up. He's, oh, okay. You have to use the tablet. You know? And I said, the what? This is what he says. You have to use the tablet. So I say, what tablet? He says, it's on the writing desk. Now I'm pissed off. Just don't say writing. Right? Just say desk, bro. I know what you do on a fucking desk. All right?
Yeah.
So I go upstairs. I said, all right. So wait. Okay, there you go. Okay. You know me, there was more.
Yeah.
I'll try to truncate it.
No. Because at this point right now, like, you're there.
Yeah, so just order there.
Dude, and
I'm so with you. Like,
Just order there.
There was more.
Forget the tablet. How about
There was more, and I tried to truncate it, but he wants the long version. So
I need to know what happened next because I'm furious.
Yeah, because I'm with Eric. I would have said, yeah, tablet. Next time I'll do that, but I'm here right now.
For sure.
My
let's get extendo. Let's get extendo version. Let's extend it because I said to him, "Oh, well, that's great, but I'm here now."
Yeah.
I'll try to turn.
Yes. Okay.
I said,
But he's by me, buddy.
I'm here now.
Hey, listen, if we're bitching at a hotel, I know how it works. So you can get some steps. And I don't want any steps yet. Don't trip me.
Because again, Chris, if you would have went upstairs and just went, oh, okay, I'll go use the tablet. They went.
No.
He went.
So, but check out what I did. I said to him, "But I'm right here, and you're right. So let me just order it with you right now. You know, call them or whatever." And he says, "You have to use the tablet." Okay. This is what he said. So now I'm so pissed off that it's fun because I'm like, because I get to say this to the guy. I get to say, okay, so what you're telling me is, if I go upstairs and I use this tablet to order my food, that this food's going to come to my room. Then he says, yes. And I said, so that's all I got to do. Yeah. And that's it. So all I got to do is go up, use the tablet, and the food comes.
Because the subtext here is,
Yes.
The subtext here is,
Right.
because if I have to come down here again,
Another call.
Yeah. So I totally get you because you're setting up that when I come down here again, we don't have a situation.
Just know, if those elevator doors open and you see me,
That's when the Jason's gonna be like this. You know what I mean? Okay.
you said,
Yeah. All right. Just established
Right.
it here. Okay, you got it.
yeah. So he says, yes, sir. So I said, great. Now I'm happy going back on that. Because either I'm going to get the food or I'm going to get to be so right.
Yeah.
Right? So I
Well, at this point, it's 11:30. It's 11:30.
at this point, it's about
Too late. Too late for a meal. It's too late for a meal.
So I go up. So I go up to the room. Okay. I look on the writing desk. There's the tablet. So I go move over to the tablet to turn it on. It's not charged.
Oh,
It's not charged. So now, I'm so angry. I'm calm.
Hey, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I tell you what. That's a loophole for the hotel.
For him, I know.
And I know that you must have been furious about that because it's like,
I actually didn't think about how it's a loophole, but it is a loophole.
it's a loophole for him because it's like, well, sir, I mean, this is like good.
Well, I'm so sorry. I think it's out of my control. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but so the good news is I put it. It starts charging. So I thought, fuck yeah, they can still be in trouble. So I go order the food. I get bolognese because I've eaten well all at 6 zeros. I got bolognese. I got a cheeseburger. Talk to me. Yeah, hell yeah. And club soda, bro. Add to cart. Send. Great. That's it.
Now this is the scene of the movie where the clock's going.
Yep. 35 minutes go by, and I'm like, this is the moment where you're allowed to start to get a little bit.
Where the fuck's my food?
Yeah. It's happened before.
Yeah.
But so downstairs.
Noise. Yes.
By the way, too, you're almost glad.
Oh yeah,
You're almost glad.
Because I set it up.
Yeah, you're almost like, oh, yes.
Because I set it up.
I'm worried that's going to be a different guy down there.
Oh, bro. Oh, if it was, I'll get that guy. I'll go to his house.
Imagine
You said driving the wrong way on the street. I'm going down, man. This fucking thing wasn't even charged the way. You almost got a loophole, and I put it on the dock. So
the writing there in the trunk.
Yeah. So I call again. So no answer. So
You had to be sure.
yeah. Oh, I called a few times.
Yeah, you have the opportunity.
So my tour manager, I asked them that week before that, this incident, 4 days before. I said, who's the we were talking about different people to work with, comedians and stuff. He gave me some good gossip, but I said, who is the easiest person to ever work with? And he said, I'm not just saying this. I know it sounds like it, but it's definitely you. Okay, so it's like, oh, that's really nice. I said, I gotta be a fucking diva. I gotta get, this is bullshit. I can't be the easiest guy ever, right? So this comes on, and I go, I'm gonna bother my tour manager with this.
You know what? Some people have an ED issue, man. And it doesn't mean your life is over. Personalized treatment options to help you take back control and the spontaneity of it. Thanks to daily meds.
Yeah, hymns can't help you pull the fitted sheet, right? They can't do anything like that, but they can help with your performance in bed. So take control with hymns. And ED, which some people do suffer from, it doesn't mean your love life is over. Yeah. You get personalized treatment with hymns, and it'll help you get back in control. And also spontaneity, which is great, thanks to the daily meds. So through hymns, you can access personalized prescription treatment options for ED if prescribed. Hymns offers so much, like access to ED treatment options ranging from personalized products to trusted generics that cost 95% less than brand names if prescribed. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/golden for your free online visit. hims.com/golden. Your product include drug products which FDA is not approved or verified for safety and effectiveness. Website for details, restrictions, and important statements.
Thousands of free movies and shows.
From that.
This is free. It's like Interstellar, Dream Theater. And TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts. Pluto TV is always free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
But at this point, everybody got to suffer.
I'm like, wait, I'm the easiest guy to work with. This room service didn't show up.
It's his fault.
Okay, so I text him, hey, dude, I've been waiting for this room service, and I don't know what to do this. Maybe you could help out? And he says, oh, let me see what's up. So good.
So you're moving up the left. You
Or down.
Good up or down the
Yeah. I go, oh, looks like Much of Run is going to be a little bit nicer than I am. So I, and it's really nice. So I go, all right. So I call down, and then he hits me up, the manager, my tour manager, and he says, hey, they said you have to call down.
Yeah.
Okay. And I say, no. What's the number? You know, I said, what did you use to call down? He says, you have to hit 5-5. And I was like, what is this? A secret that they only give to? So I hit 5-5. Nothing. Okay. So I say, hey, fuck this one. He says,
By the way,
yeah. You know what he says to that? It actually might be 555. So I'm like, now it's just so interestingly off what's happening. Since what? By the way, and this really did happen, but if you hit 5-5 and it starts ringing, then how could you hit 555? Because after you hit the first 2 5s,
Yeah.
it starts fucking ringing.
yeah, unless you get the other.
Which is what I did. I go, it rings, okay, and the guy picks up. I said, hey, yeah, so I hear you're not getting your room service. He talks about it. And I said, yeah, it's just want to know what's going on. And he said, we got to order. Which you knew was coming. Which you knew was coming. Yeah.
And by the way, did you ask about like why is it 555?
No, I was too deep in the beats, honestly, at that point.
Was that on the writing desk?
That was
there like on the on the phone it says call
Yeah.
certain numbers? Was it on there?
yeah. There's a 7-layer.
Or they thought it was a joke.
I was in the 7.
Or they thought it was a joke.
I don't.
They thought that someone ordered bolognese at midnight is a joke.
This is fucking eating too late shit.
He's putting you in the deep dip again.
You're being a real bitch, man.
He was across the world. He was on American time for food.
There's a 7-layer bean dip of anger.
Yeah.
And I'm deep in the beans.
Yeah, you're
I'm sour cream.
yeah.
Guacamole.
You're past the cheese.
No,
and-
fucking pick up the guy on my
yeah,
ass.
you're
I'll go get up and pick up the guy up.
you're in the beat.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, cheese has been crazy. So I'm like, I'm literally like, oh, yeah, you did. I said, you got it. I put it on the tablet. Hey, dude, the good news is, you got it. Okay? So he says, did it come through? I said, but I did what you said. And he says, yeah. By the way, it's probably like 50 minutes in because I had the time to do it. So I say, so where's the cheeseburger and bolognese? And he says, oh, I said, can I order from you? And he says, what it is, and he starts talking. Then, while I'm on the phone with the guy, this is what I hear. And I go, I wish I had my suit on. Let's play. I look in the mirror. What's your time? Let's go, dude. Okay? So, I open the door. There is a waiter. Just a fucking... In my head, I'm like, oh, dude, maybe my food came. Maybe he's wrong on the thing.
Yeah.
I open the door. There's a waiter. Like I'm at a fucking sit-down restaurant.
Right.
Like the guy is just coming to my table. Okay? He's got a tray and a notepad. So by the way, I left the phone off the hook. He's still on the phone. He says, did you want room service? And I go, excuse me one second.
Yeah, because
You all need to be
This is gonna be a collective go off. Everybody needs to be involved. We can't be wasting this go off on separate. Everybody needs to get in a little group huddle.
It's a one-time thing.
I feel like, oh, I've achieved it. We're all here. No one's going anywhere. Now you just can't leave. Like
You should have called the manager on the phone.
Yeah.
Put him on speaker and be like, "You need to be a part of this too, Mr. 555."
Yeah. Your body's moving up a notch tonight. Now you just can't leave. I'm doing the good fellowship. So I go up. Hey, so there's a guy here. He wants to take my order. And then he says, yes, sir. And I said,
What'd you say?
I've been waiting for an hour for the food.
Am I real?
I don't know how to say his name, Robbie.
Yeah, Rabbi. How are you, big dog?
How are you, bro? I haven't spoken to you in about 2 years. I don't think you remember me, but
All right.
I remember when you first started doing this shit.
Okay. Well, very well. How you living, Cord?
I've been good, Robbie.
How'd you find out about me?
I think I found you on Hayden Boss's Discord server.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Is that Discord still a thing?
It is, but he doesn't go in there anymore, and it kind of died out.
Oh. Yeah.
So what's good, son?
How come you said VC's all day? Like,
Why not? What else do you want me to do?
why not? Do you not have a personal life?
I have an amazing personal life. I've got thousands of friends, my friend.
What do you want to know? Ooh. So yeah, it's 20 questions.
Okay, well, cool. You got like 17 more to go.
I'm good.
All right. So how have you been? What's new?
I've been working. Yeah, nothing much. Just been working. Good morning. Yeah. Been
Excellent.
supporting Trump.
Okay, well. How's that going for you?
Oh, it's amazing.
All right. Well, I can tell you're probably not in the United States. Because he has like a 25% approval rating.
Yeah. I remember when you had a baby face.
Oh, well. Glad to have you, my man.
Yeah.
So what's on your agenda for this weekend?
Huh?
What's on your agenda for this weekend?
Excuse me?
What's on your agenda for this weekend?
Oh, I'm going to go this week.
Apologies. Can you repeat that?
I'm going go-karting this weekend.
Oh, that's tight. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're going go-karting. Are you good at go-karting?
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm pretty good. I've been doing it for about 15 years. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Do you have a certain car that you like?
Student go-kart.
Yeah.
Well, my dream one is the V8 engine with 2 packs. It's my dream one.
Oh, okay.
But the one I currently use is a old engine from 2015. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I don't really.
How fast does it go?
It goes 50 miles per hour.
Wow, so that's like a real car. Well, did you go with Fred?
You don't really care about winning, but it's usually one of my homies, Zach, who he's been doing it for about 23 years. He's been doing it since he was like 8.
Oh,
He's
okay.
pretty good at that shit.
And do you guys rent the cars or do you own them?
We don't own them. We rent it from a place.
That's cool. And how long does it take you to?
How long it takes?
Yeah, how long does it take to do a lap?
Oh, probably fastest was 1 minute.
1 minute 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty big track then, right?
It's about a mile. Between a mile and like the whole track is a mile.
Amazing. Have you been watching any? Have you been watching any Aiden Roth recently?
No, I don't watch that guy anymore. I don't know. I watched him like 2 years ago, and I saw you. I think I was like one of the first people to.
Oh, okay. Well, very cool. I appreciate you being here, and you're always welcome. I'm just
I'm
watching.
actually surprised.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
He was like, didn't you bet for something back then?
World peace.
Huh?
World peace.
Oh yeah.
And we need it now more than ever.
Hell yeah.
Well, cool. What made you come in today?
I was in a VC. I just seen you at VC, and I was like, let's see how this guy's doing. He's because I haven't spoken to in a long time, so yeah.
All right. Well, very well. I'm just chilling, setting up robots, and just programming. Watching any kick streamers?
Well,
How's he?
he's alright. He's like, he says retarded shit, but he's alright.
Why do you say that?
No, he's like, I love you, dude. He says that kind of shit.
Do you watch any female streamers?
I watch Sky Bree.
All right. How's she doing?
She's doing amazing.
All right. Why is she doing amazing?
She's still looking beautiful as ever.
Okay, so she's just eye candy.
Yeah, she's a punk star.
Oh, all right. Does she
You
do?
didn't know who Sky Bree is?
No, I don't know who that is.
You don't watch pornography?
No, dude, I'm perfect. And she streams on Kick.
Huh?
And she streams on Kick.
Twitch.
Oh, on Twitch. Oh, do you watch any Kick streamers?
Kick streamers?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I just watch Clap and maybe Neon a little bit time to time. But I don't really watch Kick anymore. I used to watch just Aiden Ross and that.
You used to watch Aiden Ross on Kick?
Yeah, but honestly, Kick's kind of yes.
Yeah, why do you think so? I'm in agreement with you, but why do you feel that way?
Because, like it's an 18-year-old site, and most like people, because they got demonetized and shit, the site should have like all rights. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you say the N word in a kid on Kick, you get like demonetized.
Yeah, why do people want to say
I
that
mean,
though?
that's the same with Twitch.
Yeah, but why say that? I mean, don't you think that makes them look like uneducated and small-minded?
Not really. I mean, depends how you call a white person to make it sound dumb. But you call a black person to make that mean.
Oh, you're saying so if anybody says it, not just if a certain gender says it?
I mean, I don't really care about what people say. I mean, it's just Twitch and Kick crowd and like low and like that kind of stuff.
Okay, so did they demonetize any of your favorite streamers?
Well, I don't really have a favorite streamer, but I know people who was demonetized from shit and
You don't have any favorite streamers?
not really, dude.
Okay. What about like the big people on Kick, like XQC and
Oh, I haven't heard of that nigga in like
what'd you?
I haven't heard that in a long time.
Oh, okay. What about like? Oh, we think like Neon.
Yeah, he's alright. I mean, I was only watching him because the hot chicks were bad. You know, people like him, he's like 20 years old, but he's hides behind that security. I don't know, he's so strange.
Okay, what about do you ever watch Eddie Craven, the owner of Kick streams?
I just really watch XQC, Adam Ross, Neon Lab, etc.
What about Amaranth?
Huh?
Amaranth.
No.
Okay. What about um? Do you ever watch Jack Doherty? He got kicked off there.
I used to just watch IRL and gambling streams. Holy fuck, 2023 was peak.
What about Action Man? Do you ever watch Action Man?
Honestly, man, most of the people do.
That's okay. No. They're OGs. They've been doing it, especially on Kick. Yeah. They've been doing it on Kick for a long time. But I know a lot of people have just given up on it. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you on that. What about what is that guy's name? Sam Bond. Sam. He's just at Sam. I don't know what his last name is. That's okay if you don't know who that is. What about let's see, who else would be maybe someone you might know. I mean, I just know like old ones. How about Ditchers? Yeah, he's Aiden Ross's boy.
Who's that one guy who's like the island boy?
What about Sneeko?
Sneeko, I like that dude. I watch him.
What about man, I'm trying to think what you might know or that I would. That's That's about it. I used to go in that Discord a lot, but then he got big and they shut down the Discord. It used to be like a public Discord that was like everybody was in there, and then they made it only there, and that killed it.
The reason why I stream music is it gets flooded by a lot. I've seen all the streamers who get people call 911 or call someone else and manipulate. Just watch it. That's enough. People don't really stream anymore.
The police should do a better job with that. Like, you don't have to go in guns blazing if somebody says whatever.
I mean, I get it. Imagine, but you gotta imagine this. Imagine if someone was actually, like, they usually say, for example, hello, my family is being held hostage. I need help, right? You say that kind of bullshit. It's a real life situation. I mean, you can imagine like everyone's
Right. You're making an excellent point. I get that.
I think the police. I agree. They should take a better. Like they should maybe. Yes. I mean, when you're on the phone with 911, they can track you. So I think they should track every time and confirm it real quick.
Right.
Like, that wastes a lot of resources.
Right. And I don't think you have to send the SWAT team every single time. You can just send a police officer. And
it usually is the police who come to his house, and it's usually about 10 days, 20 days.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, if it's okay, I'm probably gonna head out and sleep because I'm very tired. I'm gonna
Absolutely, big dog. You know you're always welcome here. You take care, my
man.
Peace. Hey, have fun.
Yeah. That's tomorrow.
Excellent. Take care, my man.
You too.
Huh.
At this point, it was actually over an hour. And I said, and now here's the thing. You told me to come back up and use the tablet. I did that. And you're telling me that it's not there. So now an hour later, you send up a guy. And I'm saying fuck, I'm saying shit, I'm saying this motherfucker. I mean, I'm an asshole, right? Okay. I think it was warranted even still. Yeah. But my wife would not have thought that, bro. My wife would have been like, okay. No, that was so great. I was going to come up and use the tablet, and I said there was no. Yeah. So he says, unfortunately, sir, I'm so sorry. Yes, it was a huge mistake. I know we really messed up. And I'm like, yeah, you fucking messed up. And now I got a waiter. You're telling, so you're telling me if I order for waiter, and then bro, he was so like he hadn't seen it before, but it looked like it was like his second week on the job. So, and I said, you're telling me if I order, it's not this guy's fault. So I'm like this, you're telling me if I order from this guy, that the food's gonna come after that. So if I tell him bolognese and cheeseburger, so he says, yes, sir, that's what I'm saying. I said, that's what you're saying? And he says, that's what I'm saying. I said, so I hang up, I walk over. I say, so the bolognese and the cheeseburger, please. And he says, okay. And he doesn't even write it down. And he doesn't need to. Yeah, there's two fucking things. Yeah. And then goes, right. So later I get the fucking bolognese and the cheeseburger. And some balls and spin. But you know what? I'll leave it. At this point, let me give you some money. Right? So he bring it up. Good? So is it good? Bring it up. So I know you've been to Australia. You've been So sometimes when you go to foreign places and you say things like, hey, I'll have a cheeseburger, a fucking, depending on what country you're in, cheeseburger might be a fucking rat sandwich, you know? But you figure Australia, and it is. However, it only comes with mayonnaise.
And by the way, this is a whole other level of the this is a branch, another tree. You know what I mean?
It has nothing to do with this problem. It's another.
Yeah.
Compounded this problem, bro. And let me tell you something. I like mayonnaise. I don't like it. Okay, but I like mayonnaise. And let me tell you something else. Sometimes when you say cheeseburger in a foreign country, it's a little bit different than American cheeseburgers, which cheeseburgers are. I understand that. But when you say mayonnaise, you should just mayonnaise. It shouldn't be fucking different mayonnaise with weird green things in it. And that's what it does. On both sides. It was a fucking insane
Dressing? Was it 1,000?
straight up disgusting mayonnaise. That's what they should have called it. Would you like disgusting mayonnaise on it? Bro, and then the bolognese wrong. It was soup, basically. And they charged me.
Oh, wow.
I signed the thing. It said how much it was. But bro, Stuck for 2 hours because of it, so we didn't get the extra sleep.
Yeah,
So jet lag was a wonderful. I forgot his chest up there. Nice candy. Amazing.
You know, it's just,
I just, and even that version was truncated, by the way. If you're really version, I did for 45 minutes.
I'm just saying, like, there's like levels of stuff. You just want shit done right. That's all. You know, you want what they say they offer, you know, and then you get there and then you have to deal with like this kind of stuff.
You know, and it's like, know that everyone just kind of, I understand, and I am, right? Like, I'm doing my dream job, and I get that. However, when I go up and I do my job, I give it 100%. I hear that I'm autopilot, and I crush. It's my dream job, and I know you don't want to right, but at least do it like 60%.
Here's my thing.
Yeah, yours seems like a communication thing, Chris.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't want to get you.
No.
It seems like there's a lapse in the
The
communication.
system's broken.
No.
So
I 1,000% disagree.
Oh, okay.
Okay. This ain't the communication. So we're just equivalent to we're in a restaurant, guys, and you go, I would like the carrots. They say some shit like, but we can't. we don't do, we can't. And I'm like, do something.
Yeah.
So what do you put some carrots on the plate? Listen, and bring me these fucking carrots.
Like, you're a jackass place. Say this is a jackass.
My thing is like, I think it's people who are trying to get over all the time.
Sure,
And
yeah.
I'm not trying to get over.
No. I'll pay for it.
I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you don't make $2,600 at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah. Or here's other. You go to breakfast. I'll go. I just want one pancake. They go, oh, we don't sell one pancake.
That's serious.
You know? And I'll say, hey, put the order in.
Yeah.
For the 5 pancake.
Why do I love this shit so much?
I want you
I do
to
the same shit.
put one pancake on the plate.
God.
You know, and it's like,
Hey, Eric, you know what though? Eric, you don't have these problems at the Ritz-Carlton. That's
That's right.
what's
That's
about.
you know what? You're 1,000% on that because even when I'm at this car, we walked up to get breakfast at the cafe and they had a buffet going, but you could also order off the menu. That's a sign. That's a sign you're at a great place. So we ordered off the menu because I'm not trying to be a complete fat ass. I said, I'll just get my one little thing. But Wolf was eating the bacon, and so I said, I go, it's not all. Just go over and get some bacon. She was like, no, go get me. I was like,
You pay for it, they treat you right, pay for it though. But my thing is like, if I can do $2,000 a night and not deal with any issues, or am I spend $200? I'm putting some shit.
The hotel I was in was extremely nice. It wasn't a Ritz-Carlton, but it was extremely nice.
no, but my thing is this: if you offer a service, do that service.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't care where you're at.
Yeah.
I don't care what the thing is. You just do the service. You know what I mean? You know, and again, the job, it's not government assigned.
Right.
They didn't say you have to work at this hotel. No, the guy filled out an application, probably had an interview, and he's like, I'm going to do this job. And now you're just like, what? Because sometimes you just kind of go, like, I know it's, the moment that this all went off the rails for you is when the guy said you have to go upstairs and use the tap.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Oh, no.
Women's okay with that.
Yeah, because that's the moment you go, I don't. I get this up.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me right now that you don't have a direct call.
Here now.
Look, dude, we're eliminating all of the shit.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. I want this.
Yeah. You can't, what do you say? You saying you can't just call the kitchen right now, or you don't know the guy that's in the kitchen, or you can't. This is how I should have went, sir. You know what? I got you. He goes and goes, hey, Rico, you over to the fucking kitchen. Get a bolognese and get a cheeseburger ready, and then we'll take care of this like that. They couldn't have done it. He could have done that. He could have done that. they did do that means there's like this is like restaurant red flags.
Chris, when you started, oh boy.
Nah, because I that's the last resort for me, bro. I rarely start swearing. Right? Like,
see, it's my go-to. It's because I grew up.
Yeah,
I didn't just was this big thing.
I had
So, like, I was at Boston's football game. The parents are on, but Boston at the on. I only have the rest. You need to get back with the rest of the parents.
Honestly,
Take it easy.
yes, I did too.
Justin is this big thing.
I had
So the parents aren't allowed on the field, but Boston that he needed help on that had to tie a shoe.
Yeah.
So I run out there. I don't have the coach's shirt on because I only have it for baseball. The ref sprints over and goes, "You need to take it easy. This is my son. I'm going to be 30 seconds. I'm going to tie his shoe and give him some tips." He goes, "You need to get back on the field." I go, "Fucking relax."
Well, yeah,
fucking
but
relax. I go, "It's not the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's 6. I'm
Yeah.
trying to help my son out."
yeah,
And he goes, "Oh," and he's like an older dude. He goes, "Oh, we're cussing at each other now? We're gonna cuss in front of the kids. We're cussing at each other." I went, "No, you're right. My bad. My bad." I said, "It's how I talk." I said, "I'm not. You're right.
you handled that right. I think you handled that good.
Yeah, but you know why? This guy always has to handle shit like that.
What do you mean?
Because it's like, what? Here's the thing.
Oh, I know.
You're like this 6'4".
Yeah.
You can lift 7,500 pounds. So you,
Yeah.
let me not because it's like this is not going to end well in the end for you. So it's at the moment somebody starts to act like, "Oh, you're trying to," you got to be like, "Oh, it's now kill this guy."
Yeah.
You know, next time.
Well,
But good for you.
I don't want to escalate to that because nothing good to come out of it.
Yeah.
I get Tigers one of this baseball game where it was terrible. Bad anymore. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the other coach, my buddy, this small guy Tony, he goes, "You guys should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know how you're going to sleep tonight." The young kid who's maybe 18 turns around and goes, "Shut the fuck up." And I go, "Whoa." The young up. Yeah, he turns around. I was laughing. He turns around and goes, "Shut the fuck up." And I started laughing. I go, "Holy shit. Good for you, man." And then the coach behind me goes, Excuse me? And the kid turns around and he's looking at me. He thought I said it. And he goes, "You heard me." And I'm like, "Okay." And I go, "There is no way you're talking to me.
Oh,
That's not happening. There's no fucking way you're talking to me." And he goes, No, not you. The guy behind you. The short guy behind you. The short guy behind him. I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I don't want these problems."
You in an altercation, you don't find the biggest dude, you find the smallest guy. And you shut the fuck up. You find the smallest
You know, dude, but he's like some young kid and he seems shy. So when he told him, "Yeah, I don't know how you guys are sleep with yourselves tonight," he just takes his hoodie off and goes, "Shut good for you, young man."
Okay, here's the thing. When you're at curse level, when you're ready to curse, here's something about that thing. I'm speaking. I think you're gonna say.
Okay.
When you're cursing, you already know that this is off the rails.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
When you're in your bag,
Not focused on
it's not when you're cursing, right? It's when you're like this.
we tried to. Nobody was paying a flyweight 6 figures like they were paying a branded shop. It wasn't happening. So for me, wasn't a hustler. I focused on trying to grab all these sponsors. Even when we tried to, nobody was paying a flyweight 6 figures like they were paying a shop. It just wasn't happening. So wasn't a hustler. I was not focused on trying to grab all these sponsors, even when we tried to. Paying a flyweight happens. It just me wasn't running around trying to grab all these sponsors, even when we tried to. Nobody was paying a flyweight six figures like they were paying a branded shop. It just wasn't happening. So for me, wasn't a hustler. I was not focused on running around trying to grab all these sponsors, even when we tried to. Nobody was paying a flyweight six figures like they were paying a branded shop. It just wasn't happening. So for me, wasn't a hustler. I was not focused on running around. Even when we tried to, nobody was paying a flyweight six figures like they were paying a branded shop. It just wasn't happening. So for me, wasn't a hustler. I was not focused on running around trying to grab all these sponsors.
That's what you're
Because when you're like this.
Yeah, when you're in your bag, bro.
Because I'll tell you, this happened to me at I was at a GameStop.
When we tried to, nobody was paying a flyweight six figures like they were paying.
So he said that the kid behind the counter said, "This is." He goes, "Well, this is not our responsibility."
You told this story.
That's exactly what happened. When you have to explain this shit, that's when you're like, "We're gonna get this stalled." Because that's when you're like, "No, you need to learn."
Oh man.
Yeah.
I love it. And that's the guy. That's why you wanted the same guy. Like this would have been different. Just a different guy, and it was a different guy. Because he was guy.
Oh, good. Me walking up to him.
Yeah.
Out loud across the lobby.
Hey.
Oh,
You know,
good.
I just, it's just there's so much of that in society right now.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
people are doing, like you said, people
Yeah.
are doing things they don't really
Yeah.
want to do,
Yeah.
and you just kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
When you're smack dab in the middle of it, are you like, this is going on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yeah. If something like that happens, I don't know if I did it for that time, but for sure I go, oh, great time on the podcast. What a great time on the podcast. Would you like to hear it or not? I had a crazy experience. It's on one of my episodes on the St. Louis hotel in St. Louis, and it was just awful. It was like right after COVID, and I was on the phone in St. Louis saying, like, in one of these things, I don't know what's going on. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, you know, I have like a really successful podcast. I'm going to talk about this. And you know, hundreds of thousands. And she said, that's fine.
it's so funny you say that because I said that at Palm Springs. Oh, that's hilarious. That's the front desk. I said, I just want you to know, let me read you the text message that I sent to the guy, you know, the director of the thing. Well, I'll find it.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. No.
I said to him, the way this hotel treated us, I'm never coming back here again, and I'm going to talk about this on every podcast I go on. Anytime with the press, I'm just going to bring it up. This place fucking sucks.
So, Eric, how was your role in the movie? I want to talk to you about this.
Sometimes you have to do
Supervisor, if they know who you are, like I had an issue with a big car brand, I would say it is, for my wife. We bought her brand new car, drive down the road, engine blows up. They get her new one, drive down the road, engine blows up. And she has the kids in the car.
Jeez.
So I'm like, we gotta fucking figure this out. It's taking like 4 months, blah, blah, blah. We go through all this shit. We're going back and forth. I didn't even say anything. And they're like, all right, what we're going to do is compensate you with this car at this fraction of the price. And then I'm like, all right, that works. Cool. I get the car for half off, brand new. This is fucking lit. And the guy goes, and then I get an email that says, we will do this for you if you do not disparage or talk about this on the podcast.
Good.
I was like, oh, we got some Patreon listeners.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I had a. I can't say.
Not that I would do that. Not that I'm not going to weaponize the fucking podcast.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. You don't weaponize it, but the threat of it is important. Because I had a thing. Credit card was being charged. I thought I canceled it.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Right.
For 2 years.
Right.
Right.
That's fucked up.
$8,000. Okay.
Oh,
So I go to the place and I'm like,
So you went to the massage party. What did you say?
I'm like, hey, I haven't stroked myself in 2 years. I canceled this. I work there anymore. You know, and I'm like, hey. So I remember what I said. So they said, we're willing to give you 6 months. I was like, no. And I said, this is so funny. I go, I don't know. I've done podcasts. You know, I said, I was broken.
It's hilarious to bring up other people. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I said, yeah. It's like 10 years ago. I was like, how? Do you want that? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that'll fucking shit though. I think.
A week later, it's like,
No, I've used it once.
Guess what? We're gonna give you back, but I had to sign it.
Yeah.
I've done it once. I was taking a bat back to Dick's Sporting Group. My buddy Anthony was with me in Caruso. For whatever reason, I didn't bring my fucking wallet. I just paid the bat that day. And it's like a young kid. There's an older lady there, and she's like, we can't do anything without your ID. We can't do it without you. I'm telling you, it's me. It's under Brendan Shaw. And she's like, yeah, but how would we know? Wow.
That's hilarious.
I hate being this guy.
Yeah.
Can I have the bat? Yeah.
Ryan can.
She's like, oh.
Wow. I would have been like, you with me.
Oh, it seems you're searching
Ways people can handle things.
Yeah. I
So handle things right.
I always think like, yeah, I think there's a bit like, remember, like,
it's a cool thing to do.
that's shit. People say this, but maybe I'm old school. You don't fucking, you know, I don't think I didn't mention the hotel here, but
Outside, yeah, correct. But right now, it's like
They monetize.
Yeah.
monetize well. I'm sorry, I'm lost.
I'm saying, like, the reason why people snitch is because they monetize the snitching.
Yeah,
That's why we live in a
They get
society.
views from the snitching.
Yeah,
They get views from it.
This is a,
no, I understand.
It's just crazy.
It's still bitch shit though.
Yeah. But a lot of it's on the dads. Like, if Bosty comes to me and goes, Dad, Tiger said this, I'm like, okay, well, you're both in trouble. He's like, I didn't do anything like you did. You brother, you snitch on your brother. Now you're both in trouble.
Yeah, I started doing that with Calvin. He'll be like, Billy pushed me, and I'm like, I saw it. I said, did it hurt at all? And I was like, no. I was like, all right, well, come on, buddy. You don't go just tell him everything he does.
By the way, guys, March 20th. March 20th.
Oh yeah,
Live.
Austin, Texas.
should be fun.
The Golden Hour Live. We're going to be live in Austin at the Bulky Gap.
Shit, that's next Friday.
Yeah.
Is it next Friday? Holy
And then
shit.
stay for me. I think you get a discount if you come see me and then get a ticket. I'll be in Austin. I will be in Vancouver, Kelowna this weekend. Oklahoma the next weekend, Columbus, Ohio, St. Louis, we're going to Little Rock. So, and then Chicago. My grant date is moving, I'm sorry. But it's moving to some other time in the summer.
April 25th, I'll be at the North Iowa Comedy Festival.
You just make up places, right?
This is going to be great.
Always doing a festival somewhere in some weird town.
Sorry. I love little town stuff.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the comedy business. I love performer people.
You are a lady. You're a fucking lady, bro.
Almost age.
Hell yeah, bro. Ladying it up.
It'd be good to see old Shabby in person.
Yeah, I know.
I'll bring my cowboy hat.
Yes, for sure. Bring some for us. All right, buddy. Be good. All right.
Later.
This podcast sucks so much. And then he puts out another one and it's the same shit. It's so the worst. Really? I just listen to fucking an hour of assholes complain about room service.
I almost said they got field day today.
Field day's amazing.
Buddy, you ever had field day? I was a youngster. It was like the Olympics for elementary school.
Oh, is that where you tie to another friend and jump?
You tie, we do full on sprints, relays, there'd be pull up. It was like straight up the Olympics for kids.
Yes.
And so my son last night was like, Dad, this is our last day of school tomorrow. Before spring break, we have field day. I'm like, dude, lit. Go over some of the events. Events. I'm like, don't you have the spread? Like, you guys do waves, and they take the top kids from each wave, and then at the very end, it's like the gold bracket. He's like, no, we like duck goose. We jump into a ball pit. I'm like, oh, why not? Field days are not the same anymore.
Bring back the nigga program.
Yeah, dude. I was like, whatever. Housewives of the UFC is popping. Oh my God, there's a lot to get into. Good thing Nicholas suggested doing 2 shows a week because there's so much to get into. You had the press conference with Netflix with Rhonda and Gina, the great Hero Hawani at the helm there, and both treat because I knew Gina's never been. How do I say it? She's great, but she's not like this eccentric. She's not a huge personality. Complete dime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she is a dime of all dimes.
Crazy.
You look at her like, she's crazy.
She's like Kris Jenner. She came back hotter than every actor.
Yeah, dude. She's like a Kardashian with a fucking fake stuff. She's on weight, obviously has the sweater puppies bobbing. She's fucking crushed. Heavies are heavy, dude. She's in her face is ridiculous, So she's doing great. And then Rhonda, this is my thing with Rhonda, and people are like, oh man, she seems so upset. She's so angry. She's angry towards the UFC. Buddy, these young kids that are new to the UFC. Oh, you forgot. Like back in the day, this is what made Ronda Rousey. On top of the world-class skills, she is so good on the mic when she wants to be. Obviously, the Amanda Nunes, that was a weird time, it was a dark time, but this is the vintage Ronda that we're getting. The fan base like, oh my God. It's like, yeah, how do you think she got so big and famous?
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 most famous, if not top 2 most famous UFC fighters of all time. So This is how, so when she gets on that mic, and when you give Ronda an enemy, buddy, good fucking luck. And her and Dana are cool. Like, Dana did a lot for her. She did a ton more for her. So I think she's like, cool, say less to friends, but game on. And she goes so hard in the paint, and there was not a lie detected.
Yeah, if you start watching UFC at their era, then you don't remember Ronda Rousey like when they used to do the face-offs. Dangerous. Yes.
Play this tune?
It used to be that it was the best place that you could come in combat sports to make a living and be paid fairly, and now it's no longer. It's one of the worst places to go. It's why so many top athletes are leaving to go and find pay elsewhere. It's either champions like Valentina are selling pictures of their titties on OnlyFans. You know, like these people are, a lot of them at the ground level, they can't support their families. They're living level fighting full time. And this company just got $7.7 million. Like, there's no reason that they can't pay their athletes at least a living wage, and not even that, to at least be able to match what these athletes. Why do they expect to get the best athletes and the best aspiring kids that want to be something into MMA? Why not go into football? Why not go into boxing? Not go into anything else? And so they're bleeding talent because of their short-term greed. They're thinking about the next quarter. They're thinking about their holders. They're not thinking about their responsibility to be, stewards of the future of the sport.
Detective facts. Yeah. The thing too with Raw is this is a huge platform. Mm-hmm. She's going hard in the paint. I think casual fans are like, I don't get it. I thought the UFC's crushing. It's like, they're making money. That doesn't mean that they're crushing.
She actually, press conference, she said that she's like, I learned when it comes, Dana White is the best when it comes to promoting, but I learned from the best. And you kind of see it where he knows how to promote. Like,
well, see, how did Howard Stern, these titans of their industry, when they're trying to make waves, they come in and they go scorched earth. Yeah. So for Dana, remember, if you go back when he was coming up, dude, Striker, Pride, Bellator, like this passion and this fire. Honda has that. So she knows, because the opponents in town, so Netflix and UFC,
yeah,
I learned from the best. Get ready. And Dana's like, I guarantee you, Dennis, I bet you he doesn't even respond.
Well, this is something I haven't even thought about.
Back in the, he would have went live on it and fucking lit you up.
Because back in the day, remember, he was like on that tear. But that's when he cared so much about the UFC as a product. Now that I feel like Zuffa boxing is his product, it almost feels like he's treating UFC as like slap. It's like he's not putting that.
He's made it. So he's, and he, to Ronda's point, it's almost like they're coming point. He basically, he's lame, and there's different pilots, and he's in the back sipping wine going, pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't have any control. Mm-hmm. Every now and then he might go to the front, like, you're on course? We're good? Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. But he's not really in control anymore. He's the dude who built the plane, and it's going to the destination. He's made it. So, but even with Zuffa boxing, it's kind of, because he knows he wants to grow that venture for him, so to grow, but still not the vintage thing.
No.
He's going after Eddie Hearn. And he's like, dude, we're crushing. This is like, what do you say? This is like beating up babies. Like, quick question. Beating up babies, you're throwing fights in a bar, man. Yeah. There was 300 people and nobody's watching.
Yeah. Well, that's why, I don't want to say whose podcast, but you're putting some boring fighters, in my opinion, on some of the biggest podcasts. I'm like, that seems like a game makes someone who's not that interesting that you could pay a lot of money, because right now should fight in my living room and I think I have something else to do. You know what I mean?
He's a great fighter, but he's missing that.
No one cares about him. That's why like Ryan Garcia doesn't really give a. He was like, what's that going to do for like? That's not selling. That's not making me money.
It's a tough fight.
Yeah, and it is a tough fight, but that's why you'd rather just.
And he's like,
what is that? Who's watching that?
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, what Ronda's doing is a page out of Dana's book. Again, Dana won't even respond to it. He'll respond to it.
And that's a conspiracy theory. I don't know what Joe does. Maybe Joe just really finds him interesting because Joe does love boxing.
Yeah, he's a purist.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck about views or anything. Yeah. Joe have, a freaking guy who thought he saw him alien on his it's like those 3 hours. They give whatever, not great views. And he's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's true. That is true.
That. Yeah.
I also, I was saying this the other day, Netflix, if there was a way contract-wise, could do the funniest thing possible
What?
if the UFC lets John Jones go, and I mean the only problem is Conor does have his contract, but if they were able to get the card that we all wanted and put that on Netflix the same day as the White House card, and no one watches the White House card, that would be such a chin check for the UFC, because then they'd be like, damn, now we actually have to start putting some fights that people want.
Force their hand. And I would love that, like, especially, Francis got a lot of heat when he left the UFC. If you remember, too, Dana's like, we've decided to let Francis go. That's not true. Francis decided to fight out his contract and decided to go in a different direction. So Dana tried to save face because we decided to let him go. Not true. He decided to leave. His contract was out. That's not true. And a lot of people are like, oh, Francis dropped the bag. Once you leave the UFC, where do you go? He's like, well, I'll show you where I'm going to go. I'm going to fight Tyson Fury. And so I don't think I beat him. I'm going to fight Tyson Fury, make more money. I'm going to fight Anthony Joshua, get sparked out, but still make more money than anybody. And now I'm going to fight just this big schlop, Vieira in fucking PFL. Nobody's going to watch, but I'm 10 mil there too. And then I'm going to make promises and just leave. When I leave, I mean, I'm going to be on Netflix and fight again with a guy who's not great. Everyone's going to watch. I'm going to make probably 10 mil.
Yeah, was it like $50 million so far? How long he would have to fucking do it for 10 years of the UFC?
Making $600,000 at the end of his career.
Yeah,
$600,000 as a champion.
That's why when he says it's not about legacy, it's about like at this point he's like,
But we're prize fighters.
yeah.
The number one word in that is prize. The prize is cash. Who's paying those cash? That's where I go. And then now Francis set up, so he did it right. What he's doing. People are really trying to think, oh, Jesus Christ, you're so dumb. When it comes to John, my hopes in all this is, I said this on Monday's show. So Tom Aspinall signed with Eddie Hearn this for a variety of reasons, but one of the number one reasons is he's gone through these antitrust lawsuits and stuff like that. UFC has to play kind of nice with a lot of guys. So you see guys on RAF, you see guys doing other competitions. There hasn't been any striking, a lot of grappling. Like what Armin's doing, would never allow. Now, because of these antitrust lawsuits, UFC kind of, they're like, we're not a monopoly.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure they're like, dude, we don't like this. Like, cool, what are you going to do, dude?
Yeah.
So when it comes to that stuff, I was thinking about this on the way in. They also have to tread lightly when it comes to John Jones. Because John technically signed his contract after he fought Cyril Gane. So he might have 2 to 3 fights left. The face of the company, the president, though he doesn't control the steering wheel. When he goes, yeah, he's done, never fighting again, this is arthritis, and John goes, well, release me. There's going to be a lawyer, and John's lawyers are good, who are going to argue that, no, you said you're not going to fight him. So I'm sure in technicality, there is a way that John can get out of it. Where back in the day, that was just not a thing.
Yeah.
Like you were so fucked. So there could be a way where John could maybe get out of it, deal with the lawsuits coming, because he's so sick of that. So I think that's his only out. If John does get out, you're getting John Francis literally like this. If I'm Tom Aspinall, same thing. Same thing. I'm trying to get out of that. Conor McGregor, same thing. Trying to get out of it. Nate Diaz, same thing. Trying to get out of it. Now, to your point, wouldn't it be funny if Netflix that we all wanted for the White House, they did Francis John, Nate Diaz, Conor, Ronda, Gina, you have this crazy fucking card, which is great. The issue is, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fix the problems we have in the UFC. It's a one-off.
Sure.
You might get 1 or 2 fight cards, MMA fight cards of Netflix with the big dogs, so they just want views. But they're not going to toss on prelims and have, prospects coming up fighting on Netflix. There's nowhere to go.
Unless there was a slow game that they played where they start doing that with fighters who are at the end of their contract, then start something like an Ultimate Fighter where it's like a Netflix reality show where they are starting to farm. Not like what Ultimate Fighter, Dana White wants to fight, like something like that.
Like Young Stars based on this show.
Where if they saw like, oh, here's another outlet, and this outlet is actually paying off more money, now younger product. And don't get me wrong, we've already seen UFC destroy every avenue that's ever tried to do that. But if Netflix tried to do that,
you can't destroy Netflix.
Exactly.
The reason why they outlast all these other ones because of money.
And this isn't me trying to take down UFC. I fucking love UFC. Like I've loved it forever, but I just want them to put up the best product.
Me too. I do not want the UFC to go in.
No.
I don't want anything to happen. I just want them to have a sense of urgency and have a fun.
Exactly.
Because what they're doing now, like Dana's out, the Fertittas are out. You guys don't realize those were the lifelines. Those were the bloodlines to what made the UFC great.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want about Dana. Say what you want about Lorenzo Fertitta. Those are the guys that actually give a fuck about fighting to get it where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened now since they went with TKO is they've inserted businessmen who are good at maximizing profit. They couldn't tell you 10 guys on the roster, nor do they give a fuck.
Yeah.
They look at numbers and everything's black and white, which you do need people like that. But they can't be the sole decision makers of your organization once a fight. It's literally not going to work out. So right now, like the UFC released all our numbers on CBS with the BMF and all that shit in Paramount is the highest we've ever had on national TV. I'll tell you this right now. A, I don't believe numbers. I think they're full of shit. B, even if you are getting good numbers, again, Shapiro and Nick Khan, those guys that run TKO as the suits, all good. I'm telling you, this is a recipe for disaster. Right now, crush it, making some points on good. For the next 7 years. After that, it's going to get fucking weird. Even 2 years into this, if we keep going like we are, the fan base is just going to go like this. And the sponsors are going to go like this. The viewership's going to go like this.
Yeah.
And then people in my world argue that's how this all works. So it's a sinking ship. Now that ship is gold because it's worth $7.0 billion. It's gold, but there's holes in the fucking ship. And no one's plugging those holes.
Yeah.
Just go, let's just keep going. We're balling. Let's just keep going. It's like, okay, man, I think you want to fucking church, fucking seal up that hole. But
yeah.
Don't, I'm telling you, it's a slow sink. That thing's fucking like this.
Yeah, and you know it's kind of crazy because you said it. So with two different things I've heard you talk about was putting the legacy of Francis. Like you're like, oh, the legacy. It's like there is no heavyweight stars for him to create a legacy in the UFC right now. Tom Aspinall's possibly not going to fight. John Jones he's not going to fight John Jones. So it's like, might as well go for the money.
As far as legacy, he left and fought some of the best before the division went to shit. He was the lineal champion. So he left as the champion. He's still the number one heavyweight in the world.
Yeah.
So his legacy is pretty fucking cemented. So really the first heavyweight to leave as the lineal heavyweight champion, then go fight Tyson Fury, the biggest heavyweight boxer in the world at the time. Some people thought he won that fight, went to decision.
Yeah.
And they fought Anthony Joshua, which win, lose, or draw is still a phenomenal feat. Insane. No one's ever done that.
And he flatlined Stipe. Stipe is obviously, as we talked about before the John Jones fight, one of the greatest heavyweights. And then now all of a sudden, he already flatlined him. So okay, now where do you move from here if there's no more competition for you?
There's no reason. There's no reason. There's no reason to stay in the UFC. A, it's not getting views. B, there's not a roster for you to fight. There's no big names. There's no incentives. You're not getting compensated. Who in the fuck would stay? Now, I'm saying this because we're talking about bona fide stars. Francis, John, Connor, Ronda, Gina, Nate. That's the issue. Netflix is doing is great. I'm glad there's a player, but that's for the elite of the elite. The majority of fighters cannot jump over Netflix.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. So if you're like a mid-tier guy, even if you're a top 5 guy, and you're like, man, I'm just gonna jump over Netflix. No, you're not.
You know, I think it's a huge
No,
problem.
you're not. You know what I mean? No, you're not.
Yep. You know, it's a huge problem too. Like, look at all the names you just said. It kind of goes to a point where there's no stars in the UFC like there used to be. Because if we would have got the best UFC card right now, like the one that we all wanted, That means you're taking retired fighters from fucking what 2018.
Well, but I think that just shows the nature of the business right now. Is they're not in the business of stars. They're literally squeezing every inch of stars from back in the day because there's no current stars.
Yeah.
It just proves the point. Like, dude, we're talking about Ronda, Gina Carano was on fucking God knows how long. Running for 9 years. We're talking about John, his last fucking fight with fucking arthritis in his hips. We're talking about Connor, who doesn't want to fight I don't know how fucking long. We're talking about Nathan. What the fuck? What?
The world shut down where we were popular stars.
Like past celebrities.
So that it shows that like right now, and like the fights that they could have made happen that would have actually made us happy, they just didn't. Like, dude, like we wanted Illy versus Islam. Like I would have much rather seen Sandhagen versus O'Malley. You know what I mean? Like that's the fight we wanted.
They didn't even call Sandhagen. It just shows you how out of touch they are because guys running it are just very black and they're accountants. They're number-based guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're not listening to social media. They're not in the forums. They're not actual fans of the sport. They don't give a flying fuck. Did we get good views? Did we get more sponsorships? Did we get this? Did we get this? Check. They don't realize that they're slowly killing the sport.
Yeah. Is the guy that Bo Nickel's fighting good? Yes. Is it so early in his career that no one knows how to pronounce his name yet?
Oh, yes. Did you see his tweet though? It's great. Did you see Dawkins' tweet?
No.
He was when he's just a chill guy. Go to his tweet.
Dude, when you were calling him Dukakis, I was the mayor of Massachusetts.
Yeah, his tweet's fucking great. Everyone's hating on you, but you're just a chill guy that gets to fight at the White House. Like fucking great.
Because like, dude, he's good, but like, is he the best card of like that's supposed to be the 250th year of the United States being around yet? We don't know.
And again, Dukakis, the guy.
We're just gonna call him
Dukakis and the guy fighting fucking
Zahabi.
Whole another story. The guy fighting the first fight on the main card. Lopez, bring up the card.
Oh, Lopez versus
Smith.
And I love Lopez. I love him.
He's all right.
But he's like
Steve Garcia. I said Steve Smith. Shout out to Carolina Panthers. So Steve Garcia, right? So Steve Garcia and Dawkins are taking a ton of heat. But just if you're them, you're like, dude, what? It's a great opportunity. I can't be sure it either. I didn't ask for this. Sure. They fucking called us up. The reason why they're on this card, the reason why Zahabi's on the card, the reason why you're getting these fights is because they don't want to pay guys.
Michael Chandler. I love. He's an explosive fighter. He's fun, but he doesn't move the needle for the division. He doesn't. He's not like who everyone's asking for.
That's what this card was supposed to be, though. It's supposed to be like Michael Chandler's like pro-Trump America, and they went, man, who could we get him to fight? Who will do it for the amount of money we're willing to pay him? And Huffy was like, I'll fucking do it. Like, oh, again, this is people that don't know the sport going, yeah, do that. Mm-hmm. And then the hardcore people that know the sport go, wait, hold on. Chandler sat out 2 to 3 years to fight Connor, and you promised him to fight the White House, and you're getting Huffy?
Right.
You know how fucked up that is?
I like him. I like Huffy. I think he's great.
Yeah. Well, why would you want to see Huffy, a Brazilian, murder a guy on fucking national TV?
Especially an American at the White House.
Again, they don't know what they're doing. There's so many rumblings that the UFC is so unorganized right now, and there's there's no structure. This proves that point.
Yeah.
Nobody besides Huffy's mom and dad asked for him to fight on the White House. Nobody asked for this fight. And out of 100 fucking guys, Huffy was not on my list to fight Michael Chandler.
No.
It's so fucking rude.
Yeah. If you would have told me 3 weeks ago that he was going to be on the White House card, I would have, you're lying to me. Like if a time traveler came back and told you that, you'd been like, oh, this guy is a schizophrenic that says he's time traveler.
The reason these guys on the list, so remember, they wanted Ilya versus Armin. That was the original fight. They wanted Ilya versus Armin. They thought that was going to save the day. Now, also remember, they put this card together Remember they told us a year ago.
Ilya Honor,
I'm sorry, it's Ilya Islam. They want Ilya Islam. At the last hour, this whole card was put together in about 48 hours.
Yeah.
This is how unorganized the UFC is. They've had 12 months to put this together. We were promised the best UFC fight card ever.
Mm-hmm.
And they put this together in 2 days because it's so unorganized.
This is like that final project at the end of the year that you have to get done, and you have all these months to get it done, and then you wait before it.
And this
I got to do all this fucking homework now.
This weekend.
Yeah.
So,
but I will say, O'Malley versus Sahabi is a great fight.
It's all right.
They're both good. They're gonna actually, both of them could strike, and they're not gonna be. They're gonna stand and bang with each other. So it's gonna be a funny fight. But that's again, like I commented on your reel because I was like, if this wasn't a UFC press card, I would love this card. I love Ilya.
I love a lot of the comments on my post where I was epic fail. You know what we said on there. People were like, dude, you're just hating. It's actually a good card. You're not listening. You're not listening. It is a great card. Yes. You're not listening. This is a fantastic card. It's not fantastic for what we were told we were going to get. Exactly. You're confusing two different things. On paper, if this was in August and just a random numbered event, I'm like, holy fuck, even then, I'm like, some of the fights don't make sense. Either way, yeah. But when you're told from the fucking General's mouth, El Capitano, Dana White, that's going to be the greatest UFC fight card ever, that's why people have issues. How you don't understand that is beyond. If you don't understand why we're upset at this card, then you don't know shit about the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just don't know shit. You're conflicting two different things. It is a good card. It's good for the White House. Again, we were told it was going to be the best ever. That's why we were upset. You're conflicting two different concepts.
Especially the fight before the final fight. Like, I don't know if you agree with this. I don't see that being a firefight. That they're two really good strikers. They're both really good technical strikers. Ghana's not going to fall for any tricks. He's not going to just come in with his hands down. Like, it's going to be a lot of feints. It's going to be like they're going to stand away from each other. It's going to be one of those fights where it's like, oh, I can't wait for these two bangers. But then they're both so technically sound that it's a round technical fight.
Yeah, probably. And also, certain knockout artists. Mm-hmm. That's never been his thing.
And that sounds casual. That sounds casual, what I said. But we wanted banger fights. We wanted monster truck rally. We didn't want the same shit people are talking bad about the BMF, where they're like, this is not a grappling belt. This is supposed to be you put your finger down and we bang in the middle of the circle. That sounds good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, so you were supposed to get Islam versus Ilya. And they're talking shit to each other. So Ilya says, once again, Islam comes up with an excuse. This time it's an injury. I always knew I would be part of the White House event. Islam responds, we both know who chickened out here. You can cover your cowardness with nasty tweets, but don't worry, one day you will get what you asked for. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Neither one of them is afraid to fight the other. That's not real. Tom Aswell, John's not scared of Tom. None of this is real. Again, and I know it sounds like all I'm doing is hitting on these, but these are just facts. This isn't Dana. Dana's nothing to do with this. This is whoever's at. Don't realize the fights we're not getting is because they do not want to pay. So trust me, you would have got John versus Alec if they would have paid. You would have got Islam Victor Pierre if they would have paid. This is how it went down. Ilya's manager got a call on Thursday night at midnight. And they go, we want Tom versus Ilya at the White House. Cool. We want this much money. UFC said, no, we're not going to pay that much money. But cool, then there's not much to talk about. Because for this super fight, we want to be compensated for it. And UFC went, that's not what we do these days. We're not going to give you the fight you want. He goes, cool, then we're not fighting. They thought the whole thing was off. They go, who can we call who will agree to this bullshit budget we're trying to propose? Call Justin Gaethje. Yep, I'm in. They called Elias Vangelis. Okay. You have too much for Islam. How about Justin Gaethje? All right, we'll do it for that. That's how that goes down. So the reason you're not getting the fights is not because Islam's scared. It's not because he's injured. It's not because they're two of the greatest fighters, pound for pound, or 1 pound for pound, number 2. No one's scared of anybody. They want to fight. They want to be compensated. The reason you're not getting Ronda, Gina on the UFC card, no matter how you feel about the fight, the matchup, the reason you're not getting it is because the UFC didn't want to pay. The reason John Jones didn't fight Tom is that was weird. The UFC didn't want to pay, but his ex-team actually put up the money and John still turned it down, so that's a different thing. But the reason we're not getting the fights that we think we deserve is the UFC. Nobody's scared to fight anybody at this level.
You would have thought that, like, for the White House, they would have treated him like a top mitzvah. I mean, like, we're gonna buy Jason Derulo. We're gonna get everyone that you want for this thing.
Oh, you got my Sweet 16 on MTV?
That's
your Fat Joe's daughter. It was like your Fat Joe's daughter. You turned 16.
Yeah.
And there's no pay. Now we're tightening shit up.
You know, Fat Joe, we got Ja Rule.
We're not Fat Joe, but we got T.I. son. You're like, wait, what? Oh, it's not going to be at a dope house. It's at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
We got T.I. son in the ball pit.
Yeah, and we're fairly acting like the Sweet 16 girl that didn't get our way because it's like you promised us the Sweet 16 and we're not getting it.
No, we're getting Chuck E. Cheese.
Discovery Zone.
Oh, sick T.I.'s coming? Nah, man. Gene Harris and Chuck. Oh, but you said it was going to be the greatest birthday party ever. I did. And I lied. see, and Ronda alluded to this, that Dana knows the White House card is shit. Mm-hmm. These are facts. Dana's not a dumb dude. No. Dana's very fucking smart and knows the fight game better than anybody else in the world in the history of combat sports. He's brilliant. I know for a fact Dana's like, oh man, they're taking some fucking shit on this one. Yeah. I promised them the greatest card, and you guys totally dropped the ball. Yeah. And also, I hate to tell you, Dana doesn't have the power to pull this off anymore. He relinquished all his power when he sold the company. They're keeping him on board as the face. The company got bought out. I know the company got bought out, and they went, we're going to run it now. We feel what's best for our shareholders. We need you to stay on board to be the face, because everyone knows you and Joe Rogan are the most famous guys in the UFC. So we need you to stay on board, but we're going to control it. So Dana doesn't even have the power to co-sign and go, no, you dude, I promised them the best fight card ever. Yeah, fucked up. So we're not doing that because to the UFC, that's why you don't have Conor either. Because to the UFC, they know having anybody on the card at the White House is going to get enough views to check the box for them and please the oligarch, to please these rich 1% who are going to be in the audience. They know this is good and they know CBS, White House, everyone's going to cover it, Trump's there. This doesn't get views whether my dumb ass is on it versus fucking Elliot Dupre. They don't give a fuck. They're going to get views, so they're good. So that's why you don't have Conor, because they're not going to waste Conor on this. They know it's going to get numbers. So they save Conor for National Fight Week because there's an actual ticket. They're just going to get views.
Yeah. So you think Dana's basically the Queen of England, but the Prime Minister one actually making?
He's Biden.
Yeah.
He's Biden, but he's not fucking drooling out his mouth and walk. He's Biden. Where there's people behind him pulling the strings, and he's the face.
So you're there as just the figurehead, but that's really about it.
That's about it. Yeah. Basically, the Queen of England. Mm-hmm. Really don't do much.
Yeah.
But when there's a big speaking engagement, shows
there for the ceremony.
He deserves it. But when it comes to this stuff, dealing with back in the day, dad honestly.
No.
Dude, again, you casuals, newcomers, who must have forgot. You think Dana would ever let another fucking organization sign a big fight to a total and outdo him? That's how you know it's not there. He would never do. Whenever Bellator would announce something, and it was kind of good, like, oh shit, look at Bellator. They were like, then literally, the next day or the next fucking 2 days, boom, it'd be the best card I've ever seen.
That's why I was very interested with Ronda in the press conference. She was saying that in her versus Gina Carano was supposed to be the end of the pay-per-views, and she was supposed to get like the money that she was asking for. And then when they couldn't get that because Gina she said she wasn't ready for it, so she needed more time, which is why she was hoping that she could get something signed on the Paramount thing. And then when Dana couldn't give her the money that they were going to give her from the ESPN deal, she said Dana gave me his best wishes and said go where the money is.
That's how you're going to do that. Yeah, because remember about a year ago, maybe a little more, Dana goes, I'm going to announce a fight that's coming out of left field, it's going to knock up your shots. That was this.
Yeah.
And so now he's like, we don't. And I get it. I get the optics. They're like, good luck. Go have fun somewhere else. Like, you don't know how big this fight is. You know, stylistically and fight-wise, when it gets down to it, it's not a great fight. Right? Ronda's going to destroy her. She's a minus 4,000. Fuck all that. As far as eyeballs, the situation, the fight game, this is a massive fight. Dana knows. How can you know? Dana's like, it's out of my hands. I can't go to the match for that money. Now, in the pay-per-view days, he'd like, we'll give you this pay-per-view points, and you're going to make this much money. And Ronda's like, we're down for that. Gina's not ready. They go to Paramount. You get the suits in there. You get Shapiro. You got Nick Khan in there. And they're like, what? Yeah. You would never agree to that.
They don't have that in the negotiation. They can't be like, you're going to get these points anymore. So they don't even have that negotiation tactic.
It's guaranteed money. So, because there's no numbers to work out, like as far as pay-per-views go. So that's why Dana's like, good luck. Yeah. And that's how you know this complete ship has sailed. Dana would never allow this 8 years ago, 9 years ago, never. He would have locked Ronda up so fast, dude.
I would have left a bit of fire on the wall after everything got in Dana's room when everything got.
Dana's like us. I guarantee you, Dana's just like he was. I bet he's in one of the 70 homes or he's in some fancy hotel room. And when the White House card got announced, like, oh, he's like,
I'm gonna get some shit.
Terrible. Now, again, this is 2026 Dana. He's not even gonna comment on Ronda. He knows the game. He knows what she's doing. He's like, here's that. He's bad. To be honest, he's made his money.
Yeah.
PLC's a show.
How you living, girl?
Yeah.
I'm good. Aiden may not come. She got a food poisoning. She may not come tomorrow. She got food poisoning, so I haven't talked to her yet. Said she's gonna come this afternoon, but she got 5 o'clock and calling her to see what's going on.
Oh wow.
So, Stacy, the one who's giving me, come.
Okay.
I had to let them know that, we already STD, so it's not going to be able to make it, but either got somebody or food poisoning.
Right. Any idea where she got it?
We don't know yet. I haven't talked to her. I texted her this morning.
Oh.
Woke me up this morning. I'm glad she did, because it was 8 o'clock. She woke me up this morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Text me. They got it from the school. She's a librarian at the school, so I don't know where she got it. I don't know. But things happen. So where she wants to go, but I know she's not gonna let it go. So yeah.
And please remind me, is tomorrow?
Probably will be able to go. Huh?
Is tomorrow the
yeah, tomorrow's the bridal shower.
The bridal shower, yeah, okay. And
yeah, tomorrow's the
wow, of all the times, okay.
yeah, but she may not still go because she knows she got a kids on the stomach. And then we're going to an Italian restaurant. It's called Maggiano. So that's heavy.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm glad I had to tell them. I had to tell her cousin because she's the one who's helping her with all the stuff. So I had to tell Stacey's cousin. So, she had told me, her mama said that she said no. So then Stacey will come get me. So Stacey said she'll come get me. That's okay, cool.
That is cool.
So she's standing right behind. She's standing the next exit behind me. So yeah.
All right.
Ada was my ride. So.
Right.
But things happen. I hope she feels better.
Right. You
I
got.
see her like this got green. I show on Facebook. So she must be feeling a little bit better. I don't know, but I will see. I will see here about 5 o'clock. My boy to call me.
Okay.
Gonna hit me up in the afternoon.
Are you excited for the bridal shower?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My mom said she has a fascinator. I had to put a color I was putting on. My cream dress with some pink flowers. So she has a fascinator for us bridesmaids. So I'm excited.
Well, have you picked a tailor yet? When do you pick your dress up from the tailor?
Next week.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday or next Thursday. I think next Thursday.
Okay. Well, that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait. Yeah, what's your up to that,
I'm programming robots, and it's frustrating because I will program them, and then a couple days will go by, and the app will. I'm programming them on Instagram, and Instagram will do an update that I can't control. I've done everything I can to shut off the update, and then I have to reprogram them. But I think I found one version of the app that works pretty well, and because of that, I'm basically just playing it by ear, as they say. Basically, just ensuring that it continues to work. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. I've got alternatives, but basically, this is just something that uploads every moment of every day of my life on Instagram. Do you do Instagram? Do you do Instagram? Yeah, so it's a bot on. Do you do Instagram?
I'll be honest sometimes. It's okay. I have one for my Meet Me page, and then I got one for my personal. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Sometimes. You be on Instagram? I know you be on it.
Just for my bots. You gonna take a nap?
Yeah, in a minute, because I took this post medicine. Because I want to get right. This been cold yesterday. So this morning we went to dermatologist. That went well. I had to get that injection. Go back in 4 weeks. So whenever she say that I'm done, then she'll let me.
There you
So I'll
go.
go again next month, 2 weeks before the wedding. So that's good.
Okay.
Gotta go, gotta get them. I want my husband right.
There you go.
Yeah. I got the nail fixed yesterday. I You know, we're gonna be taking pictures, and I already know. So then, I'm ready.
Good.
Got my dress out. Ready for tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
And my auntie gonna hold my other dress when it comes. My daughter dress till it's time. I know she probably like, I want to go. But I know she probably check on her later. I'm gonna check on that why. She hit me up. Let me see some. Check on her real quick. Yeah, she said she'll call me later this afternoon. So that's later after she'll call me. I'll wait. You waiting, I'll be waiting. She'll call me about 5 o'clock. I'm calling her. Make sure she okay. Oh, baby. Facebook, I said she might be doing okay. But on Facebook, so you got to be alright. That's a long hour ago. Oh, her picture so cute.
Keep that same energy with Con. Keep that same energy with Nate. Keep that same energy. Like those, you owe it to those guys. John's done so much for the UFC. He's the greatest of all time. Yes, he has arthritis in his hip. You said he can't fight anymore. So let him go.
Oh, she got baby. I got my baby there. On Facebook.
You got a baby picture on Facebook?
She got me as a little girl.
Well, that's cool.
I had to be little. She got me as a little girl. Yeah, she got my picture on her. She got my little girl on here.
Well, that's
Let me
cool.
show you. That's me as a little girl. Let me see. I'm not going to lie to it. Yeah, I can. Let me show you. You probably can't really see it, but okay. Let me share the screen here. What my mind? Okay, look at my screen. I got a little red dot. Where's my mom? I got a red
Oh, look
dot.
how cute you are.
That's me. That's me.
I like your hair, your bows. Look how cute you are. That's adorable.
Thank you. That's me. And that's my mommy and her boyfriend. That's when she was older.
Wow.
That's my mommy.
How adorable. Super cute. Thank you for sharing, Miss Aquarius.
That's me.
Yes, ma'am.
I love
Yeah, make sure you download the picture.
I know, right? I do need to get it. Photos, definitely. I did it. Thank you. I definitely did that. That's me. I have to fail or something. I gotta ask her. Why do I have a red? Or did she kiss me? Look like it's a sore on my forehead. I had some thick hair, boy. Oh, me. Come on. I need to ask her that.
Saying besides those two, more money for the UFC than those two stars. Nobody. They deserve the money.
And that's my thing. Like Dana, there's nothing else for him to do. You've done everything, man. You're the most famous, you're a bona fide superstar. You have more money than God. Your kids are set. Your assets are set. You can ride off into the sunset. Do what's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Dana's not a bad guy. Do what's right. Let John, let Connor go. Let Connor fight this one and let him go. Or if you have something in the works where he's too fast, Netflix and fight against France is win, lose, or draw, makes more money than God. Mm-hmm. For Tom Aspinall, let's let him go. Let him go. If you want fight one, let's say Cyril or Proton, they fight Tom, and then there's nothing. They let him go. Mm-hmm. They let him.
Who's gonna fight Curtis Whites?
What are you gonna do? Like, do what's right here. Mm-hmm. Like, and I get it. Back in the day, locking guys down, having a monopoly, fuck everybody, it's you versus the world. Dude, trust me, I get that more than anybody. But now you're at a certain point, 10,000 feet cruise, made it, there's no turbulence, you make it. Mm-hmm. Let those guys go. Let them go make them. If you want to give back, that's how you give back.
Here's a question for you. Do you have any worry now that Dana's not, Dana's taken a step into the boxing world, and you got Hunter and Maynard versus are the ones who are doing these fights? Do you have lost any faith in their ability to create cards now that it's not Dana?
Maynard, I love. I think he's the brains behind a lot of this operation. He's great. Hunter Campbell, I know I have no personal relationship with Hunter. I know Mick. Also, I know Shelby. I have some close friends still in the UFC. The top level, I used to. I don't know how that's structured now. I don't know who's making calls. I don't think they're giving those guys the power they need to put on those fights. I think it's coming from up top, so I don't think it matters who you have.
They're answering that, people.
Different bosses.
That's a problem.
Different bosses. So, I will say this. Dana can give back to these guys and not get sued down the road. Is so Tom Aspinall's son is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn knows boxing. He grew up with a boxing dad, right? He was a promoter, so Eddie Hearn knows boxing. against Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is signed under UFC. So let's say Tom, he says he's ready to fight, right? He fights the winner of Sorgan Poatan, beats them. Well, why can't Tom go over to Zuffa and box? And then it's going to get dicey because you paid Conor Ben $15 million. And now you're same as you did for him. In what world is Tom not selling more tickets than Conor Ben? So this is where it gets weird. Because Tom goes, hey man, and just so you know, Tom was going to boxing. He was quit MMA before he got a break. He was going to quit and just focus on boxing. Trained Tyson Fury, he was just solely focused on boxing. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
He was just going to do boxing. And then he got some big break and focused on MMA and the rest is history. But, you know, that's why he's a good fucking boxer. Got fast hands in the heavyweight division. So, he wants to box. Dana controls the boxing promotion. So, instead of letting him go and just right off the Hearn, if I'm Dana, I'm like, let's figure something out if you want to box. It's weird. So I'm like, all right, well, that's a different contract. You can for one fight. Sure. And then you're going to have, now Sugar Sean sees that. And he wants to box. Whoa. You're going to pay me whatever it is, $1.8 million to fight Peter Yan again? No, I want to box 15 months. Yeah. It's influx, so we're going to have it. But it's a window of opportunity.
And that's a great outlet for Sugar Sean. Whether or not he'd be champion in boxing or not, but it's just like, you're not going to be beating Marab anytime soon. You're not going to be, he might, and I love Sugar Sean, but the thought of him winning the belt again, it might be, there's a lot.
His wrestling is not the par. You know, those guys who are champs. Now in boxing, though, I'm not saying Sugar or Tom Aspinall can be world champions at their weight class, but in the world of boxing that we're in, you don't have to be to make stupid money. You don't have to. You don't have to be.
They're not fighting on undercard. You're going to pay to watch that.
There's a lot of influencer, other, well-known name guys. There's a lot of well-known gays. There's a lot of well-known guys who are good fighting. With the Jake Paul. There's money there.
Yep.
Because again, it's a prize.
They're going to watch. They're going to watch. Tom
Especially if Zuffa's.
Oh, what are you guys talking about? Asleep? Do you guys want to see this clip of Ariel talking?
From on this at all, just play the video.
Do you remember that press conference in Tampa at the very end of the year, December of 2024, when Dana White dropped a hint and a tease of what was to come next year, something that we could have never imagined that came out of the blue? Do you guys remember this? In case you forgot, take a listen.
I anticipate a lot of big fights. I got something in the works right now. I'll drive you fuckers crazy. All you guys will be running around. Something in the works that you will never fucking see coming for 2020. That literally started coming together last night. And, we got some fun stuff coming up.
We finally got the answer to that mystery. We finally figured it out. It was that fight. It was Ronda versus Gina. That was the one. We were talking about, what's this fight? Is it Tom, John? Is it this, that? And I want to give a shout out to our friend. She Only Loves Gloves. That's the name. Is that the name that we should put up there? She Loves the Gloves. Excuse me. Shout out to Georgia, who did post this. But I was actually gonna bring it up myself. But I want to give her credit because she did tweet it and credit us as well. That's the one. So look at the enthusiasm. Look at the excitement. And does that mean we can add this fight list of the fights that they have here, or maybe even more than that? Ilya is now, and all these John and Ganu, John and Aspinall, on it goes. John and Pereira. Crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They know. Yeah, I see that.
It's that they don't want to pay them.
You know, Dana started to think, that beat that loves you going to take you ice cream and you're sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
You think you're going to Little League and you're smacking your glove on the porch.
He just doesn't
show up. Yeah.
Roy shows up and is like, you guys ever go to baseball? Yeah, she can work with you. So you're still with him. You're getting something, but it's not great.
You're on the construction site.
And this is a gutsy pick cash. He showed the difference between Dana White in 2024 versus now. Only 2 years ago.
This event in UFC history, this event is like nothing we've ever seen before. Get ready, everybody. The baddest live event of all time. UFC No J at the Sphere in Las Vegas. UFC No J. If you don't know, now you will be facing the number Goldberg. Miami. April 11th.
Dude, that's the energy of
tomorrow.
Before the relationship and then after the divorce.
Yeah, everyone can see it though. But he also defend Dana. He's also human, and he made it. The goal's over.
Yeah.
His goal was to climb Mount Everest. He did it. Like, hey, bud, can you go back down and climb back up? What?
Yeah.
Yes. You don't want to do it, but you sign the contracts and you have to do it.
Yeah.
So like, oh fuck, yeah, I'll try my best, but you know you're not doing your best.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. And we also, like you said, we don't need
He's like in Dukakis in Cleveland. Oh fuck, Miami. It's actually Miami. He's like, Miami's fun. And this is just recent Gina Carano footage of her training. I love Gina. I absolutely adore Gina. She's one of the goats. She's about to get walked because it's slow too.
Yeah.
Ronda has problems with speed, like straight shots and speed. Like Amanda Nunes, we would have some problems. That's not this. She's just gonna tie her up, take her down, and armbar. It's gonna be like a 2-minute fight.
Yeah.
I love Gina, and God bless her. Who's in weight and get back in there. Like it's badass, dude. I'm rooting for her.
Yeah.
Everything's so. It's like she's also in her mid fucking 40s.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
I mean, still doesn't beat Ronda's shadow.
Hold up. The first one. Yeah, still.
Did you see the memes?
But now, if you showed Ronda grappling, she was looking stiff and slow. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
This is Gina's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the way she can win.
Wait, is that what's her specialty?
Hers kickboxing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to see Ronda shadowboxing. Like, she's not going to win fights.
Ronda's never going to shadowbox and hopefully again.
No. She should just keep mimicking that. So it's so silly. They always put her with that song too.
Joe?
I don't know what that was called. No, not that one. And this is Valentina's response to Ronda. She caught a straight, and her defense is weak. It's 2026. She's talking about OnlyFans because when I was like, yeah, shit, she ain't showing her tits on OnlyFans, which is players comment. And then Shevchenko gets out and goes, hey man, it's your fans, Ronda. Looks like I slept too long after her last fight. Yeah, Ronda 10-8. Hey Ronda, OnlyFans isn't just about tits. It's about connecting with real connections.
That's why all my friends go on there.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. No one's jacking off to your pictures, Shevchenko. Who does? All good fans. Hey, also, if you want to connect with fans, there's social media. You don't have to pay for it. Shevchenko, it is what it is. I mean, does anyone know anyone that subscribes for like fighting footage? Because there's people that are in fighting sports that have OnlyFans. No, I don't think so, man. I was just this one real quick. This is already rocking off on the air.
some donuts. Come on, bro. Eat some donuts, bro. Come on. What are you doing, bro? Give me some donuts. You need to eat a donut, bro. Come on. Too healthy. All done. You're getting too skinny. You're getting too skinny. Come on. Eat one. Come on. Eat a full one. I'm good. Yeah, just sad, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I want to.
RDR seems like a good guy, doesn't he?
Right? A little short. Think could have gone either way, but I'm happy that I got my body back. Most importantly, I was able to go 3 rounds, and I think I have a lot more to show. I brought you.
Like,
His fight style is so interesting. It looks like he's like, it seems like he's like going hard the way he fights. You know what I mean?
Very slow in the final cut. He's the most dangerous sloth in the UFC.
Sloth is perfect way to put it. This is the best round of meme I've seen so far.
Why is she like? I don't know, man. That guy's silly. Yeah, listen,
she'll never do that in public.
No, she's a grappler.
Yeah.
You know, and then everyone may not to be Mike Tyson. That's not her fault. Mm-hmm. With RDR, yeah, so that's the reason he's giving out donuts. He's going to 205.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, if you follow the sport, he was a 205 champion and won championship. Crazy. He's a big ass 185. Also, the Slim Pickens at 205. I dig it.
Whoever moves up officially, and there's really, I mean, yeah. Not a lot of.
No, yeah, Gary fighting for the title in Miami, you know, against Oldberg. So there's, he could be a problem there. The problem at 205, they're fucking athletic and explosive. That's where he's struggling. But again, he figured out one championship.
Even though, like, we talk, you know, there's a lot of hate right now, just like the UFC cards. I'm actually really looking forward to Mosvar's next fight. Little Murphy.
Yes.
Because that's actually something that moves the needle. Because after that, Volk is one of the few people that goes like, I want who is the best fighter.
Yeah.
I also think that like he wants to beat like an undefeated, you know.
Yeah, for Murphy and Mosar, it's like they're just like, all right, neither one of your insulted gets. You're both undefeated. We need on top of this because both y'all get a title shot.
Yeah, because he actually said he'll fight. He wants to. I think he's really waiting to see who wins.
That's what he wants. Yeah.
I love about Volk. He's like, I want these fights.
He's game. But that's also why, like we're talking about out here, like isn't fighting Ilya. There's a lot of contenders at 170. Man. Like I hate. It's just this new thing. Guys want to be double and triple champs. Like, but also defend your fucking belt a few times before you do that.
I think that kind of ruins the sport a little. I mean,
it's
horrible. Just like
I don't know why they're doing it again. Any issue you have with the UFC, it all comes down to money. They make when they have more time. So being a double champ, it equals more money. So that's if there's no incentive, nobody's doing it. Stupid. But for Islam, you got Ian Carey, you got Morales, you got some fucking dudes, man. You know? Like you gotta beat them. Yeah. He's fighting Ian Carey next. That's how it's going to go.
I mean, some of these cards aren't that bad at all. You know, they're not as big of names that we would have wanted. But, like, I love the next UFC fight night. What's his name? Guy who went the distance with Ilya, great pop, Josh Emmett. He's got a tough fight in his next fight. What was the guy's name that he's fighting in his next fight? That's something I'm
talking about the fight night?
Yeah, that's going to be a good fight night.
Well, someone correct me because I said we're trying to make fetch happen. I said it was from it's actually from the universe.
Well, there you go.
The guy just said, I know, dude. Pissed.
So Emmett versus my agent.
Mean Girls casual.
Dude, Alex.
Look him, like agents.
He's got this dude. Boyos has he's on a good run right now. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy fight at all.
You know, don't get it twisted.
Look at who he's beat. Fucking.
I know, dude. He's no punk. You don't get twisted. The UFC's not like a shell of itself. is just not putting on the big fight.
Exactly.
That's all it is. It's because they don't want to pay, and that's why people are upset.
But I do like that, at least for the fight nights that are coming up, they're actually pretty good. Like you got Izzy fighting again, and he has, this is going to be another, in my opinion, the next fight night that he has, like, this could be a make or break fight for him.
Oh,
because if he gets, because he's going to get.
Piper and Izzy should have been on the White House guard.
I would have loved that.
Joe Piper can fight night.
You know what's the problem for Izzy? Joe Piper at like one punch knockout power.
Big time.
Izzy's been getting chins by people hotly lately.
Yeah, the only difference is with here, and it's all going to be predicated off Izzy wants to fight. Like if people think Izzy's such a high level fighter, Joe Piper is not at that world class striking level. He has world class power, but he headhunts.
Yeah.
You notice he's just going for knockouts. He's not setting up combos. He's not very slick with it, but if they land, you're a guy like Izzy. If he's focused, he wants to be in there, it's going to be a tough night. But great opportunity for Joe. I love Joe. He's one of my faves.
That's one that I think that, because, I mean, how many losses in a row does Izzy have?
Is it three?
It's not looking good for him.
He lost to Imavov.
His only good fight is in recent years is it was a great issue. Like, how much water did he have in his he got taken down by Drickus.
He was doing well in that DDP. Yeah. But again, you're talking about the greatest to ever do it. A guy who's made a ton of money, a ton of stardom, doesn't have to fight anymore. What's he doing it for? Everybody's movie ends. It's not a sad story. You're talking about the greatest ever.
The only sad part is, it's like from some B guy. Like he got the torch handed to him from Anderson. So now he's on a UFC fight night card. Like, damn.
So is Anderson now.
I know.
Anderson lost like 6 in a row?
Yeah. But that was like.
But still, this is how it goes. You stick around long enough. It's just they have like, I know you already have 2 to 3 years in your absolute prime, and you're the very best in the world. You're fighting all comers. You're making all this money. You're on commercial. You're the face of the UFC. You have about 2, 3 years.
Let me ask you a question, and this is your opinion on this. When it comes to fighters like that, so you got guys like him, you got, like you said, Anderson Silva, you have guys like Fedor, who in their primes were just like, people like, damn, this might be one of the pound greatest of all time. You look at them like that. Do you think, like, people don't give Fedor the credit of being the most dominant fighter of the whole era?
They saw him get knocked out against Montreal and these fucking
Do
other
you
guys.
think those things kill their legacy? Because, like,
That's who you are. I don't think if you're like a student of the game, showing,
that's something Fedor's
All right, I can take a nap.
Okay, Miss Aquarius.
Top
2.
top I would be my max. I have it now, right?
Good.
Nap time. It's nap time.
Here you go.
I have to put my sounds on because I'm getting thirsty. He'll be up. So I'm about to put my sounds on and I'm going to bed.
Okay,
Taking a nap.
Okay, sweet dreams. Go on.
Sweet dreams, guys. Really.
Because you know Michael Jordan, like you said, what do you think of him, Michael Jordan, number 20?
Time passes by, but just get there for Fedor, you're like, oh, now you're like,
People talk about, the only thing, like, BJ Penn, I remember him just being, it's like, he was a problem. It was like, not you. And that was such a snap at that time. Matt Hughes, GS. He would keep, what's his name? Yeah, like, people don't understand, like, people, Coach McGregor don't realize how how much of a fucking badass. It wasn't even training. Like, his training was like climbing a coconut tree.
Surfer.
Yeah.
Surfer. Yeah, like the game was just changing. He was more understood, so this is such a good point. Today's UFC fighters are more, don't get wrong, there's some of us like this, but majority, I think, 90% are more athletes. Sure. They're more athletes, and that's why they look at short horse fights. Like, you're not seeing the day and age of cowboys anymore. Yeah. Like Gilbert Melendez, who would fight on short notice, or fight 5 times a year, or 4 times a year. Those things are calculated athletes. Like, we're not in technology. I need to mentor. It's a different time. See softer. Yeah. So that trickles down. So if the side are softer, the even trickles down to notice. You can't tell me the ups now. What do you do? You can't tell me the quarterback. You can't tell me the quarterback. So this is not that really softer, right? Ladies and shit like this. Really softer. Like, no defense. Anything outside. You have some of those baggies and shit like that. It's not that active.
Yeah.
But when you talk about guys who are remembered for like the later parts of the career, that's why what Khabib did is so phenomenal.
Yeah, it was smart.
Or DJ.
Yeah.
DJ too. Like there's no blemish on the record. There's really nothing can really be like, he wasn't that. Remember when he did this?
So it kind of does hurt their legacy in that
La Ronda.
Yeah.
Say she never fought Amanda. The Holly Holm thing happened, and she never fought Amanda. We're like, dude, she really a lot of that, man. The way she talked in interviews, not doing interviews, very dark. Like, if I could redo it, she'd never done it.
I'm sure she actually had a longer version of basketball current career where she stormed through everybody in seconds. You know, and then as soon as something happened, everyone's like, oh, they suck. You know what I mean? As soon as something happened,
Ronda, though, was like a long time coming. It's like she was never a world-class striker. She picked it up so recently, and she's in the UFC, like she's aware. But then when your coach, he was a great coach. Redmond's a great coach. It's not his fault, but he only could do so much of what he had. When your background is not striking, and the world, including the best sports, is saying, dude, she's the Mike Tyson of women's fighting. She could beat Floyd Mayweather. That, whether you like it or not, and you try, that starts trickling in. Mm-hmm. Your box coach was bloody.
Yeah.
I bet she could beat Anna Wilson. So this shit's
that she could have beaten.
So that shit, so that starts seeping in, and then you're like, yeah, dude, I can fucking box. And then Holly Holm goes, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I was kickboxing in my diapers. So as long as you've been doing judo, I've been doing kickboxing. So then in Australia, the way things work out is you're kick her down. She tried, you can't. She's gonna take that fence. Yep. So now you're forced to strike with an actual world-class striker.
She's doing the
term world-class gets so overused that when you actually see it, like, oh my god, that's what you saw. Mm-hmm. So it was this perfect storm.
Yeah.
That it's not Ronda's fault. Everyone around her is gay. Everyone, including the media. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
Yeah.
She should have never fought with Holly. There was never a world where she was going to be Holly on the feet. Impossible, not possible. She's fucking athlete.
Do you feel like when if you're the person in those shoes and everyone's hyping you up, does that start to actually get like seep in and you're like, you start to believe all the hype?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Because these are people you trust. You also pay.
Yeah.
You can fucking walk to you. Yeah. And that's the same guy who's like, dude, you could be for the next champ. Why not? Why not? It comes to fruition. Again, this guy can't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You could be Floyd, like, you fuck yeah, I'll fight Floyd, like,
They said it's MMA though, not just boxing. Like
which is better than the same box.
Yeah. We were talking about before. I do hate people who do have such recency bias. I get like the sport keeps on evolving, and you see it in real time now. Like you see Max couldn't scrap of Colbert, and Max yeah. Because you go back to his Frankie Edgar fight, and
Max can wrestle. He was not one of the best of all time because he didn't have wrestling. Max can wrestle. I think again, and this is why people are upset at Charlie Rivera. The same thing with the White House card. There's expectation. So when you fight for the BMF title, the expectation is BMF, baddest motherfucker on the planet. That means you basically, it's like, they're unspoken. There's no grappling. We're not team grappling. We're going toe to toe. Baddest motherfucker in the world is on grappling. In all reality, BMF stands for striking. You should just be the striking. Yeah, we go back and forth. Yeah. So the expectation. So when Charles doesn't do that, he's doing what's best for him, which I would have the same thing probably, but you're going to get some backlash. So back to the whole reason we go on this rant about BMF. Holloway has had good takedown defense. He'll go over great. But I would suggest no preparation for wrestling. Sure. Yeah. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. He fans himself a striker. That's fucking bad, dude. So I would assume the majority of his camp is striking. And that's why he's laughing. When he's on the act, he's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He studied for a math test and they're like, what's the capital of Latvia?
He's like, what? Well, Ben Askren actually talked about the takedown stuff. What he said, three takedown NFL fights.
Even that, because like, what did Oliver have 20 minutes of
control time? So Killer said this is going to be what for me real live. And this is Askren. What if they get a 3 takedown maximum? I say one. 3 takedown maximum where you get a minute top to this effect. Yeah, listen, he did well for one. He felt weird because it was that fight. But number 2 is Charles did not. It was kind of like Hamzat Chimaev fight where Charles didn't take chance on top. He was really good. I agree.
Actually, I have a premise for it. What if you could do takedowns, but if you're not, like, it should be way faster than a regular fight. If you're not being aggressive and there's not strikes out, stand up.
I'm not mad at that where the ref in the back's like, listen, this is your typical fight. We're looking for action. We can't let you guys take downs. If you take them down, well, good. If you're not inflicting damage, I'm going to stand you up faster in a regular fight because that's expectation. We good? We good? Yep, good.
Yeah, don't give them like, okay, you got to start moving, Before you got to give them the gotta start moving, we're up.
If you're not throwing or you're seeking submissions, get up.
Yep.
I dig that. What else you got, Jim?
Oh, yeah, you guys were mentioning legacy, and then Francis Scott obviously said this during that press conference.
The fan base that was been disappointed ruin your legacy. You have a team you fight. What type of boxing? Your legacy. Your lasting memory in the sport, I guess, maybe what they do. Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali. Okay, let me tell you what legacy. My legacy is my kids. Back home is my family. Back home, getting security, being able to put food on the table, being able to put roof on their head. That's a better legacy. You can keep Muhammad Ali legacy or whatever you want. He attend to school. He has no place in the society. If your kid doesn't have food in the stomach, that's legacy. He doesn't have you anything. You cannot go to the store or the station and to the school and pay the school fee with a legacy. You have to understand that it's the shit. That promotion fit virus, and they're all out there fighting for legacy. Good for you. Keep the legacy, but give me my day. Like you just did.
Right?
Between him and Ron, cooking, dude.
Right? You know what that reminds me of? Like when I first started stand up, like the clubs, they don't like early in New York, Like, they don't pay you for the first, like, 8 years of doing stand-up. And, like, we're just giving you a platform to reach these people. But that's their way of saying, we're not going to pay you.
Yes.
This is, you get to do it for shits and
You're for the
giggles.
love
You're
of the
making
game.
us smart.
For the love of the game, you're having fun, right? Yeah. Well, it's the same thing like at the comedy store. Like, I remember everyone was like, oh, don't be, like, when I first got there, like, oh, isn't the goal to get past at the comedy store and choose to be a comedy store regular and do sets? I'm like, no, I gotta pay my mortgage.
Yeah, what does comedy store pay $18?
I gotta hit the 25. I gotta hit the road.
Yeah.
Like, listen, it'd be an honor, and that's great. And there's the most famous comics in the world got past there. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's not paying my bills.
No.
I gotta hit the road.
That's why New York comics have to do 25 to 30 spots in a week if you're just doing comedy. And that's what they're doing now. You're making us money.
You're for the love of the game, you're having fun, right? Like, yeah. Well, it's the same thing like at the comedy store. Like, I remember everyone was like, oh, don't be, like, when I first got down, like, it was at the goal to get past at the comedy store and choose to be a comedy store regular and sets. I'm like, no, I gotta pay my mortgage.
Yeah, what's $18?
I gotta hit the 25. I gotta hit the road.
Yeah. Listen,
it'd be an honor, and that's great. And there's the most famous comics in the world got past there. That's awesome. That's not paying.
No,
I gotta hit the road.
That's why New York comics have to do 25 to 30 spots in a week.
Great comics who are like, I don't do the road.
Oh, yeah.
On the comedy store. Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. You probably don't have kids or a high ceiling or not everybody. Oh, good for you, brother. You figure if that's what you want to do.
If they have the option, just like he is, if they have the option to do an arena, they're doing that arena.
We're in a heartbeat.
You want to just do one more and then find questions? Sure, Jim.
Armin once again over this motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah.
Who's cooking more than him? Who is cooking more than Armin Sarukin? He slept.
Generation from right now.
Now, Muhammad went up in weight 72 hours. Not a 2-day notice, so this is expected. But the kid has balls. Even that. How the UFC doesn't sign him, I have no clue.
His grappling is so good, Armin. It's so good.
He's a freak. What's crazy, he's like traveling all over the world.
He's everybody.
He's everywhere.
He's on every podcast. He's on every podcast.
And every like major streamer too. And then they're like, hey, you want to grapple Mars? And then he just fucks people up.
Yeah.
Glow up like Armin. The best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. Any questions? Let's do it. Thank you for submitting so many of them. I can't get to all of them, but we try to get to a good chunk of them, all right? This is Scotty TP something. Big Brown, Scotty from Little Rhode Island, one of my favorite places. I've loved your content since the OG King of Steel with Jake. You were the best mechanic from Nordstrom Rack. Thank you. That's a reference when Theo called me a Nordstrom Rack mechanic. It's not a mechanic. Question, Khabib was best, obviously. In my opinion, Justin Gaethje thought him best up front. What do you think actually gave him his toughest thing he can remember? Cheers, brother. I'm glad your daughter's doing well. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's crushing it, man. She's crushing it. Might have moved to a different school district for her needs. We'll figure it out. Anyway, she's crushing it. That's a reference when Theo called me a Nordstrom Rack mechanic. It's not like we're mechanic. Question, Khabib was best, obviously. In my opinion, I thought Justin Gaethje thought him best up front. What do you think actually gave him his toughest fight that you can remember? Cheers, but I'm glad your daughter's doing well. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's crushing it, man. She's crushing it. Might have moved to a different school district for her needs, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, she's crushing it. People forgot. God, his name is drawing a blank.
T-Bow.
What?
T-Bow.
Not T-Bow. Ally Quinta. Now, if you go back and watch the fight in hindsight, like, all right, can you kind of handle it? But Al did pretty fucking good. Al did pretty fucking good, man. I was too. I was supposed to fight somebody else. So I give to Al Quinta, like, just in time. He knew what he signed up for. He definitely did put on a bad performance. He got triangle choked. It was actually a verse triangle, which is crazy. But Al Quinta, for what he was dealing with in short notice against a guy of Khabib's caliber, I give him the nod as doing the best. Also, Al Quinta, he's a real.
So funny.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
So he's trying to sell. Yeah, he's so Long Island. And so he's trying to sell this boat. I don't know why he's selling boats. He's trying to sell this boat. The guy's in shit. He brings his buddy, and his buddy accuses Al of like doing something shady, and then starts threatening Al. Al like he's like in a suit, like a real estate agent. He's like, "Fuck you, pal." We're like outside. He's like, "Fuck you."
It was so Long Island.
I love it.
So what the fuck you gonna do about it?
He's like, buddy. Like, Al like,
You got in a sling. Dude, he's gonna destroy you.
I love it.
Al said he almost threw him in the river.
I love it. Yeah, I love Alec with that. I wish he lived here. I'd fucking buy something. Justin 85929. How likely do you think this guy has this question like 3 times? How likely do you think it is that GSP will fight again? I follow his page and he's still in crazy shape and trains a lot as well. Yeah, he's like a lifelong martial artist. But do you think it would be at 55 or 70? He had to lose a lot of weight after the Disney fight and has kept it all off. This is the state of the UFC, right? Like, you got rid of Jada, we're talking about Conor, we're talking about John. We gotta let this go. I don't think GSP is at 44 now. So, he came back at 85 against Bisping. That was like a one that really relinquished the belt. I don't see him come back. He's also one of the career guys who are pretty set. Yeah, he's 44 spot. So, no, I don't see it. But I'm a huge GSP fan. I'm with you, brother. All need to move on. There's a good chance John never fights again. There's a good chance Conor only has one more fight, if at any. There's a good chance Nate's done forever. There's a good chance Ronda only fights this one time. Like at some point, we all got. I'm with you. I'd love to see all fight. At some point, we all got to move on, and we're just hanging on to this because there's no stars.
Maybe I'm acting like how I did after Stranger Things ended, but maybe on Netflix you have a card.
I wonder what GSP's deal is in the UFC.
Got it. I mean, there's no way he still has a contract.
45.
You could put him against Nate again. I mean, that would be a great fight. I would want him versus Conor, like at 170.
What about GSP Jake Paul?
I would hate to see him come back and box. Yeah, I would hate to see him box.
Versus Jake Paul too, by getting beat up by Jake Paul. That would destroy him so much.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of options for him.
And I don't see him need it. I mean, I don't
He
know
doesn't
his
need
financial
it.
situation. So I don't see him taking a fight like one of those desperation, let's make this quick million money fast against Jake Paul. It was MMA against Jake Paul. Sure.
What about GSP and some?
That would be a fight I've been waiting for over a decade to watch.
Right? Now we're getting Manny and Floyd. We're getting Ronda Gina.
Yeah.
GSP's free.
Anderson's like a cop in Florida now. So if he could use it, that'd be sick.
That's more likely that happened. Underscore tweets. Thanks for the shout out and feedback last week. I was going to ask the reverse and ask what training partners besides Shankar were knocking you out. Jesus, dude, give you the hardest training room. Someone you knew you had to keep your work. God, so many guys. There's a guy named Sean Sims who was a middleweight. In the training room was a fucking nightmare. Black belt jiu-jitsu, great boxing, kids from the fucking heavens, so good. For whatever reason, when the lights were heavy on him, he didn't translate. But in the training room, he's a fucking nightmare. Pat Cummins, the great Penn State wrestler, he's a fucking nightmare. He would just go so hard. Like he was either 1 or 10. He couldn't do 5, couldn't do 7. Pat Cummins was 1 or 10. You guys would know Pat. Great story. He was working at a coffee shop. He's a barista. We were training with him today. So when I moved to, this is why I moved to California, at Rain Training Center, it was Mark Munoz, Joe Sonnen, Tito Ortiz, Michael Bisbee, Ishii, Pat Cummins, myself, Tom Watson, 21st would show up. Hunter Gracie would be there. Crow would jump in there. That was our crew. Yeah. For the heavyweights, it was like me. There's going to jump in with us. It was really the three like mainstays were me, Ishii, Itoshi, and Pat. So the three of us would go so fucking hard in the paint every day. Ishii was a problem. And Pat just said, I sort of got Pat. So Pat would train with us every day, but he would wake up at 4 in the morning and he worked at a coffee shop in Orange County in Lake Forest. And he was trying to get to UFC. And he was trying on regional shows, just beating the piss out of guys. And then DC was supposed to fight somebody, and the guy fell out. So on a 2-day notice, his manager at 5 in the morning drove up to the coffee shop, and Pat was working the door, and he goes, whatever, fucking Summer Moon, what's your order? He goes, Pat, it's me. I'll take your black coffee. He goes, oh, what's up, coach? He goes, I'll take your black coffee. That's probably your last coffee you're ever going to serve. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, because you got to fight in the UFC. You fight Saturday. He's like, what? He's fucking Jack and Trent. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, you fight in DC. Okay, so he noticed Danny Cormier. Just like, fucking horse. But he got his foot in the door, and then I cornered him for his next 2 rounds.
Damn. Speaking of black, I'm going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. I got DC fingers.
You might want to make this extra black. We got to fight for you. Those guys went hard in the paint. But other than that, Bobby Lashley, we've always referred to
Lashley? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking monster.
How strong was that guy?
Dude, insane and never got taken out ever.
Really? He had a real good wrestling background. Like
Yeah.
real wrestling.
Real wrestling. He was, I think, Army World Champion.
What?
Like, never, listen, I pride myself on never getting taken down. Shane did, all of us did. Ishii, Pat Evans. When I say this, I'm talking Josh Barnett couldn't do it, Shane Garwin, I can do it, Todd Duffy couldn't do it, Steve Bay couldn't do it. No one could take him down. Bobby Lashley's back training never touched the mat. Ever. That's how good he was.
So you can wear a white t-shirt and no dust on it.
Just chest up, built like a stingray. How tall is he? It's not that guy. He's like 6'2".
Yeah,
but fucking jack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bobby Lashley's probably one of the craziest physiques even in like WWE.
Let's say 6'3". Anyway, I say 6'2", 6'3". Freak, dude. Again, his back never touched the mat.
Natty zero.
His cardio was not great though, right? That's all that was seeing.
That much muscle on you, you're
It's impossible.
yeah, you're not your VO2 max is not going to be very great.
Freak of all things. JR Young 22. Heard you might be heard they might add they might add a 7th fight at the White House. Who would they realistically add? I wouldn't be surprised if they add a 7th fight because I know the UFC's numbers and how upset the majority of the 99% of the is. I would be surprised. I also don't think they would. I'll tell you this, it would help if they added a 7th fight. I don't think they are, to be completely honest with you. I don't think they think they can fuck Chris and Gilby's no matter what. That's what they care about for the shareholders. So it would give me hope if they did, but I'd be willing to bet you that.
Yeah, because you have to add a legend. It would have to be a legend. We got promised fucking big for getting, good fights.
Good fights.
That's why I think that.
I don't think they're going to do it.
It would have to be almost like a what the, okay, this is what you're feeling like, and then be like, oh, look, we told you we're just trying to lock this down. Otherwise,
like Connor.
Yeah, if you just add another good fight, then people go, it's kind of like
There's a little more backlash.
Yeah.
We'll get more backlash. If they say they just added like Aljo or something like
yeah. I think if you add Connor versus versus.
If they're like, see, you want $8, we're just messing with you. You thought we were saving Connor for international fucking White House, and like, oh shit,
I think we get Connor, Oliveira, EMF belt. I think that's
what I do. Connor Holloway.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that if they were going to be for the belt, right? Because this way, and that's the only belt you're going to let Connor fight for at this point. You're not going to put him in the fucking. Yeah.
Again, it would give me hope that you're like, all right, maybe we have far less in the fans. I would be willing to bet you don't get a fight over it. What is matching? Chits Frederick. You prefer us watch or listening on for YouTube? It doesn't matter, brother. I make my money off audio. Who's someone you rolled with? One big guy, one little guy that impressed or surprised you the most? Big. God, what is so many fucking monsters. The most like insane, like world class was just like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter what I do is Hodger crazy. He came in and rolled the piss out of everybody up. Hodger was a fucking freak. Small guy would be Chrome. I was telling you that's how fucking good Chrome is.
He's that good, huh?
Yeah. Such a freak. Chrome was a freak. Anthony Pettis was a freak. Ben Henderson was a freak. Yeah.
They would actually tap you though, the small guy?
Yeah. Chrome got me once.
Was he white on bar shit?
45, like that. But we literally did a super match. It was like going on for like 40 miles. And I was in phenomenal shape. I wasn't exhausted, but it was a point where he beat me. Good. Mike Daly.
Actually, that was a quick question. Do you feel like you changed up? Do you think you have a change of heart?
I did. So his original question, this is even a question, this is just me responding to DM. He said, Asmo just fucked himself bringing Eddie Hearn as a manager. You know, Dana ain't going to play any game that well. Sure did. But then I thought about it. I'm like, nah, I'm actually on board with this. I like it. Yeah, the more I thought about it. So he says, what's up, fellas? I don't doubt that Dana wasn't going to throw a bag at Ronda, at least not what she wanted. But I can't help think that Dana probably says, he's like, if you come back, it's only going to be the Amanda fight. I'm not paying you $20-30 million to fight Gina. And you tell me this is your last fight. What you think? No. I don't agree with that. I don't think Ronda, it's such a fucking nightmare and striking's not her thing. I think the thing that Ronda would come back for is Gina Crump. And I think the fan base is like, yeah, I gotta see Amanda versus Ronda again. Like, it was such an ass thing. So, it's not the fact you think it is if they announce that. B, Ronda would have come back to fight her. Gina Carano's the perfect fight for her to come back. Gina's beloved, obviously easy on the eyes. Not a grappler, also not the best striker. So Ronda can kind
Kurkutade med bakmamı şarkı düşen görmek zarafetinden olan aktif olan.
That makes sense.
Kurkutade med bakmamı şarkı düşen görmek zarafetinden olan aktif olan. פעם שקט שם מבינים כתבן האמת והתקווה. כשהם כבר בבית. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. פרק שם כבר בבית.
Have this redemption arc in Vader, so I don't think Amanda was in the first decision.
Hey, speaking of Amanda, what the fuck happened to her versus
Kayla Harrison? She had surgery, so she's just not.
Is it surgery? Yeah.
That fight happened this year.
You think so?
Yep.
I would have taken that as a White House.
That'd be great. Yeah. That wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
You know, they were planning on it. That's why they were like, "Oh, we have these title fights on it." But
is there any word when Harris is coming back?
No, she didn't say anything.
Was it how?
That's why that happened. You know, quarter. Charlie Chuck. What are your thoughts on Max getting his black belt for losing the fight to Charles on the weekend? His defense was good, but is that really enough? Yes and no. Also, you know, I got my black belt from the boys after I submitted Matt Mitrione with Anaconda. But they had the belt ready to go before the fight. So even if I would have knocked them out or if I would have beat them in decision, I was going to get my black belt. It's predetermined before the fight. They don't have it in their pocket like, all right, if he wins by submission, let's get the black belt out. Like, probably in camp, they saw something or it's been back some have a ton left, and they're like, I want to give it to him no matter what. But I think just based off his defense, you're like, yeah, black belt. Yeah. He's been a black. When you see a guy get his black belt, they've probably been deserving of it for 2 to 3 years at least.
He'd be all pretty good if he got tapped in the first round, though.
That's right. That's right, too.
Yeah.
They probably were just waiting. Like,
I mean, you got to give him credit on his defense, though. The fact that he did.
oh my God. You trundled around your fucking back for 20 minutes.
That's
you can't do shit.
Yeah.
You're black.
That deserves it.
Did they wrap it around you in the cage at all? Or
no, in the back, they tossed it to me. It was kind of funny. She's like, hey man, congrats. I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. This is my boy, Mr. Zachary. This is my boy. In your opinion, who's the most successful, absolutely sauced up Mexican supplements competitor in combat sports? There's two.
I wonder if it's the same one.
There's only two, and there's this is the only answer to answer the two. It's Uber the best body of all time. I remember I was fighting at the time in the heyday of the gym, and I was like, well, fuck. I fight that guy because I can't afford TRT. And then Vitor
TRT Belfort.
TRT Belfort, which fucking kick her out. That's his name. Rabbi Rothschild, he's a fucking problem. That's the only way you answer that.
Yeah.
So one of those two. Pick your fucking poison.
I mean,
body-wise, though, Uber ring. He's weighing against Brock when he's like this. Like, do you want him second Olympia?
That's my honorable mention right there. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar's.
But Brock's always been big.
I think he started at high school.
But probably started when he's baby. The thing is, he's always been fucking big. Like, there's been, like, remember, Overeem fought at 205. Like, he's fluctuating. Sometimes he's like real smooth. This picture, Brock Lesnar Overeem weigh-in, and you're like, that's the best body of all time.
The deflated after he came off. The deflation was
so sad. Vitor's way worse.
Yeah. Such big fucking chest.
Look at right there.
You could compete in classic physique bodybuilding.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the scariest guy ever. Yeah. Oh, on top of it, world class striking kids. K1 champion. That's a fight I've been after. Oh, I'm really good. Right after?
Yeah. After.
There's a few, just like soft. Nowhere near the same. But if you saw him when he was younger fighting Chuck Liddell, he's just like a skinny dude with muscles. But then fuck, when he became Wolverine.
He did first fight in Pride, right?
Yeah, in Pride.
There's a word for what that is. Actually, there is a word for that.
That was a big thing back then. Chuck Liddell going into Pride with him.
Huge. Just Dana was like manager. Huge. Look at this guy, dude. That is not the same guy. That looks like me. That looks like my son Tiger.
Yeah, he's built like tech support.
Yeah, he's fucking. There's like no way. And that's where he looks the buffest in this picture. Even then, he's ran. Yeah, he was so good, man.
What an underrated guy right there. Show.
Oh, but awesome.
Underrated.
The man. Good question, brother. Down to Zach, buy his cam at Texas Speed Performance. It's big BFP, stands for Bigfoot's Dick. Cam, it's the best of the best. For your LS engines. 666 Eddie. What's your name? Do you think it's possible that they do prelims at separate locations for the White House card? They would have announced it. Again, I'm with you, dude. I just don't think they give a fuck. They would announce it. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they would have said something. You would know who the names are.
It would be like prelim, stay tuned from fucking late back.
Yeah.
But there's none of that. I don't think we have the time slot and all that shit. Jacob underscore Lee 17. That's last one. How much more can we take Dana until Dana White is actually getting called out at the press conference and being held accountable for the lies and promises he makes about fights, especially the White House card? He never has to answer the real questions. Just never, because I'll tell you it's freedom of speech as long as you ask the questions that they want. So anyone that's in those press conferences, they can only ask certain questions. They can't have to tell them out. So no one's ever going to hold his feet to the fire. Like you're not getting Ethan Carroll, Chuck Mendenhall, Thomas. Those guys you let in there, those guys are going to fucking get it going. Those guys aren't allowed in for a reason. So the answer's never.
Well, can I give a shout out? Fucking people from the show have been coming to see me headline on the road, which is
love it.
really fucking cool. I just want to say thank you guys, because I'm a stand-up. I'm not a MMA fighter, so it means the work come out. Like a couple came out to the Denver show, and I was like, this is awesome.
Do they yell like "Talk UFC"?
Thank God, no.
I wish I didn't say this all that.
Did that? Yeah.
The whole act.
Did I tell you what happened with the Denver show? I headlined on Sunday, and my girl's like, "Oh, my parents are coming," and I'm like, that already made me nervous. And she's like, "Oh, my grandparents are coming."
They saw you, right? In San Jose?
Not different side of the family. So her grandparents were just farm people who, and I was like, "Don't let them walk out on stage," and I'm making direct eye contact. I don't know why they. Yeah, I shit myself as soon as I went over an hour.
But Denver's tough because it's not that deep. And if they put in the very back, it's dark and deep in the fucking cave.
Lights on
right there
on that, like because in Comedy Works it's like a low in the front and then it comes up. So I'm face level with their grandpa talking about dicks.
Dude, they did the same thing with her when I first headlined Comedy Works. My mom came. I came make sure my mom's like back right. I can't see her. I walk out, my mom's right there. I'm not laughing. She's like this. She's like, oh,
yeah. I just refused to look at. I was looking at everybody. Yeah.
All right, guys. Come out to make shows.
I'm in San Diego, and then I'm going to be in Charlotte on the 8th.
Love it, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You guys make the show. Thanks for watching. It's my favorite thing to do, so shout out to you guys. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for all your submissions on Monday, so keep on sending them. I love talking about this stuff. Love going through it. You guys make the show possible. Thank you for tuning in. It's 3 days a week, so you got Tuesdays, Fridays, and then Sundays we drop the fan questions as well. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, do all the shit the youngsters tell you to do. All right, that's it. Be nice to each other. See you on the streets. I'm out.
And then again, In the scripture statement, you can't imagine go to Roman Gentiles. Pretty explicit talking about foundation. Which versus the race was sure they go from they go right so which is the system applies to 7 nations which is now again now I see all these other there's like 4 So if the right side narrows the boundaries, if your opponent is supposed to be acting around the casual, those are the relationship. Not true. Not true. Only outward fight is the shit. Versus that means shit that is supposed to be when that true. So we say, wherever you go, go see it. Wherever it is. So you get power. They don't really very careful about this. Which will tell us the rest of the problems is the Jewish man, however, those are as I know what you said, no, not only is it very Jewish to marry a Jewish man, Jewish man, marry a there's a couple of motions in the Senate law. Jewish woman, when we have this it says, remark, a boy is holding Jewish man and religious again, so I think right slavery, Jewish man, ultimately in a relationship this Jewish man is not allowed to work. Hello. So the rest of us are necessary. Need the license for each need the license. Which one is there is the price. Which Exactly like the story of the street. Right where it was such a story again, that was exactly where I was going. However, considering those are people that we should not go. So, this guy because of that, so shift up, that's what's up. Yes, well, yeah, and also the Sure. Another stuff, just social exercise. So for Jewish man and religion, but it's for solution. Should be not useful to serve. Again, he also uses this one because I'm a part of the show Nash Gats. Rather than saying that Nash God, but that Nash Gats. What's your saying? Shit. So instead of goes to soul, either way, it's and this evolution of Jewish man, system of that was things that they said I saw We're